Warning! The following program is a collective of characters talking about the happenings in the sports and entertainment world. It's meant to be fun in a comedic, informative way. The opinions expressed on this show do not necessarily reflect the beliefs of their peers, their bosses, maybe even you. There may be some cuss words because that's how people talk in the real world. We'll try to keep the locker room talk to a minimum, but if you're young, please seek permission before watching any further.
This podcast on the Talking Smack Network is brought to you by GNS Printing, providing solutions, not just printing. Give Tim Cooper a call today for all of your printed products. GNS Printing, here to help, offering the most customized, friendly, and reliable service with competitive pricing that you will find anywhere at 518-232-2465. And welcome back. We're here for week number 3 of Talkin' Smack upstairs at the Bullpen. Thanks for joining us tonight, wherever you're watching or listening to us. Yes, thank you. Keep your clothes on. Whether you're on Facebook Live on my page or the Talkin' Smack page, or you're on the Talkin' Smack YouTube Productions YouTube page there, the channel. We really do appreciate you joining us here tonight. And we got a great show lined up for you tonight. Joining me here tonight, as always, to my immediate left, minor league football Hall of Famer, the executive of the year in the NEFL. Some people call him a lucha libre El Snacko.
Yeah, El
Snacks.
Snacko.
Hank Pelton, what's going on, brother?
Glad to be here.
Good. Ready to rock?
Got my plaque this week, and they
did they fix it?
No, not yet. They still put the 2 N's for Glens, and they put an apostrophe S with it. So we have somebody named Glens Falls.
Glen Falls?
Yeah.
All right. Also join me here today, lead guitarist for the best rock band in the area. You know him. He's a money-making fanatic. Ladies and gentlemen, partner, Soul Dog, Mike Sullivan. Sully, what's up, brother?
Good evening, everybody.
How you doing?
Doing all right?
You've had a big day.
Good day today.
You've had a big day today.
Good day today.
And we'll talk
Kids
more about
the kids had a good day today.
That's true. Over to my immediate right, Mr. Producer, the shadow, Seth Cooper. As always, Seth, good to see you.
Good to see you too, Dan. Looking forward to week 3.
Week 3. And joining us tonight, our special guest, the GOAT in the arena.
Come on now.
Ladies and gentlemen, Billy Floyd. What's going on, brother?
Locked in.
Oh, we're locked in tonight, y'all. Thank you guys so much for having me on this show. I got to come last week and see Shane Harper do his thing, and there were so many great laughs, a lot of great stories. You guys asked some awesome questions. The super chat was going berserk as well. So I was sitting on the edge of my seat just waiting for week 3, and my time is here, and I'm ready to do it big with the Talkin' Smack cast of characters.
Yeah, you and I did your podcast a couple of weeks ago, and I had such a good time. We actually went longer than what you expected, and then you had to go and restart the time again, didn't you?
Well, it was a classic. I gave Dan this quote, and it goes, technology is the only thing that will get in the way of you telling your story. And I said that to him because in the moment I was pretty upset because we were having a great interview and all of a sudden it just crapped out and it stopped recording. And I'm like, you got to be absolutely kidding me. So we restarted it. We made it work. And I was able to cut it and edit it to the point where in the actual episode, you had no idea that it stopped recording by any means. We just picked up right where we left off somehow. And it was awesome hearing your story, Dan. You're such a fixture in this community. You have so much positivity to relinquish and let everybody know about. And you over-delivered how I knew you would. And I know for a fact anybody who listened got a great new perspective of who you are and what you stand for. And I knew that was going to be the deal. So way to absolutely kill it, my friend. Thank you.
Hold it.
Yeah. Let the waterworks roll, baby.
Hold it.
Was there an over-under on the speed?
Listen, I'm not the coach, all right? Mike, when I went into the Hall of Fame, my speech was much quicker than that.
Yeah,
it was, but I still don't have the plaque, so I guess I'm doing fair there. I'm going to bring you in the shadow because you got to talk about the one thing we just talked about, and Billy was looking forward to saying super chats.
Yes.
Super chat.
Yeah, super chats are available tonight. You'll see the QR code on the right of your screen over by Mike Sullivan there. Scan the QR code. Just remember that
Right to his head.
anything that you super chat us tonight, it will be read tonight. So keep an eye out for that as well. And $10 or more will get you a nickname from one of our cast of characters. Just let us know which character you'd like to get the nickname. I want to say a huge shout out here to Mr. Dan. He didn't really want his last name out there, but that's okay. He donated $50 this afternoon for us to play the Family Feud, and I believe Mr. Billy Floyd is going to be our Steve Harvey. So look out for that episode coming up.
So we're going to be doing that the Christmas week.
Okay.
So we're going to do that episode. Will be
because
on.
we're not busy Christmas week.
No, I mean we're doing an episode Christmas week. I
We
mean,
would do it on the wagon.
oh Jesus!
Oh,
that'd be
Oh, that would be
I
bad.
don't know about that.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm
he
down for
doesn't know
whatever
about
you
the
guys
wagon.
want. I'm game for whatever as long as I get to play Steve
Explain-
Harvey.
where's Jen? Because does she know how many wagons you got?
We haven't had a fight. She's shaking her head.
So what's the deal?
So every Christmas, my father started this about 30 years ago, but every Christmas we rent. Last year we rent 8 Clydesdales and 4 wagons, and we go on a Christmas caroling pub crawl through downtown Glens Falls. Not just really downtown, but
It's all over.
kinda
We
go
hit the
all
neighborhoods and everything.
go
It's
through
so
the
jolly of
neighborhoods,
you.
And we sing songs and we carol and we make pit stops and have cocktails and
And some don't have cocktails too. I mean, that's the other thing. There are people that are on board.
Who?
Well, some people.
Who?
There's a few people that don't. You don't have to have a cocktail to go on the
You
wagon
don't?
ride. You don't.
All right.
Not
Anyway,
everybody, but I mean, you could. I mean, that's one of the
well, you just threw me for a loop.
it's one of the few nights of the year that I let go.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. So
So anyway, we do the Christmas caroling pub crawl and
it's one of the funnest nights of the year. It's just so much fun.
think about 8 Clydesdales, 5 wagons going through Centennial Circle like 6 times and literally shutting traffic down as we go around.
What blows me away when we do this, and now we've been doing it together, what, 7 years?
Anyway, yeah.
Yeah, at least that.
Yeah.
When you go past people and I'm dressed as Santa Claus.
Yeah,
He's
Santa,
dressed,
Santa Claus.
there's
on
a
every
Santa
wagon.
Claus on every wagon.
Sure.
So when you're doing this and you're going through, what people just absolutely love it. There's, it just puts
Some of the Facebook's posts last year.
oh my gosh.
Go ahead.
So
Can't think of her name.
I know her name.
I know.
It's Cindy Trombley.
Okay, yeah.
So her husband Paul was my son's wrestling coach. Paul was killed in South Glens Falls by a hit and run driver. So Cindy explains to us that, she had lost the Christmas spirit. She just didn't have it. Her husband's not there, and the kids are grown up, and they're out of town and such. And she's just not feeling it. She sees us going around Centennial Circle, and she's right there at Centennial Circle as the bunch of us fools.
Stop because she can't get by.
Because she can't get by because we're going around the circle, around the circle. I'm going to try not to cry because this is, and she goes on Facebook that night. And she thanked us for giving her the spirit. That
when she saw us go through,
it was,
and everybody smiling, cheering, laughing, singing, it just brought back to her what Christmas, I guess, maybe
a spirit
or what it could be.
Yeah,
maybe I don't know.
And it's, it just kills me, that, she, when she put that up there on Facebook and everybody's going, well, who's Cindy? And I'm like, I know.
Well, when we do it, families come out of their houses. They're videotaping us as we go by. We get out at Crandall Park, City Park.
Yeah.
We get on the gazebo, pictures, songs there. And
we bring the law enforcement with us so we can't get thrown off.
Yeah.
That's the one that doesn't partake, by the way. He doesn't.
Jim
does not.
Jim doesn't drink?
No, he doesn't. Not when we're on the pub crawl.
Okay, but he does have a cocktail now and then.
Yeah, but he doesn't on the pub.
Not on the pub.
Not on the Santa Claus. No.
In case he has to get us out of trouble. Probably.
Hey, listen, it's a good plan, man. Don't screw it up.
Thanks for the sacrifice, Jim.
But last year when that happened with Cindy, and knowing her personally and knowing her husband Paul and the family, I mean, you knew
Yeah,
Paul
yeah, I
because
knew Paul.
you coached at Glens Falls High
Yeah,
School.
coach football. He was always around, and we'd have coaches parties over there afterward. Every year we'd have a coaches party, at least, and I think once we'd do them twice a year, and then just about every year we had one there. So yeah, losing him like that was not
No.
So
And it just Paul was a great guy. I mean, I love Paul. I mean, we had so many good times with my kids and his kids are all the same age. So, we all would hang out. And when Cindy said that last year, it's one of those things, and you're a guy that reeks of positivity, Billy. I mean, and that's that.
Think?
Well, no, we'll get to more of that in a second. But when that happened last year, there wasn't, I would say, anybody that was on the crawl with us, anybody was on a wagon, there wasn't a dry eye in the house, because you realize that people watching us have fun with each other and celebrating the season together, and what that meant to her. Personally, it's mind-blowing. I mean, it made everybody feel so good, and it made me feel better because knowing Cindy personally, and it's one of those things that it blew me away. It just blew me away last year. So we'll be out there, and when's the
December 19th. So anybody wants to come down and
listen? You booked too many people on the wagon ride.
I'm not inviting anybody else.
Can I come, Mike?
Yes.
I'm good to come.
Absolutely.
All right, thank you.
Yeah, we'll find room for you.
Yeah,
You can sit up in front with the driver.
All right, so we'll do the singing and then Family Feud up there.
No, we're not doing Family
No,
Feud.
no,
That is too much on Mr.
You don't wanna do
Producer.
that. But
Too
I
much
would
on
love
Mr.
to have you on the
Producer.
wagon ride. It'd be stop saying no.
Your pimp down there.
Somebody over there heckling me.
Well, the thing is with Sully, he invites. He has a tough time saying no. We could have 10, 15 wagons if
He would look like the settlers going over for the gold rush and all the covered wagon.
Oh, it's crazy. I mean, I've already been asked, people, at the hockey games, they're coming up. So are you coming by our neighborhood again this year? And I'm like,
Yeah, people
I'm
call and
like,
ask us to go
what's
to
your
their
neighborhood?
houses.
I'm over on Ninth Street. You coming over? I'm like, yeah, we'll be over that way. We always do, And it's just fun. It's the most fun that we have all year long with our, with the Santa wagon ride. It's so much fun. And we did it one year. So we stopped. Was it the first year that we stopped into the Queensberry and the piano player?
Piano player guy. I wish you could find that on Facebook.
Oh my!
You can. If you look.
There's. I'll find a.
Give me 2 minutes.
Okay.
So he looks like Geraldo Rivera. I can't remember his name. He's a great guy. He's just an awesome guy. So what happens is we show up and we're in our Santa outfits. He doesn't know what the hell hit him, and we're there and we come up. He's singing and he's playing the piano. We come up behind him. He's like,
yeah,
he's got this face. It's
the
like
late great Pete Brock was with us that
Pete
night
was
too,
that-
which made
yeah.
it even.
Oh.
So Billy, I was trying to explain to him Operation Santa Claus downstairs earlier, and Pete Brock, who I was just talking about, that was the guy that started that whole Operation Santa Claus. Back in the day.
The small business challenge, which
patriarch of
it
Operation
started
Santa
off at $1,500 and worked.
I know this Mr. Piano Man. I just found the picture.
Did you?
Oh, jeez.
He's an avid member of the Glens Falls YMCA.
Oh, really?
Really?
You got the picture here?
Let's see.
All right, let's see. How did you find it? So
That's
You're
right.
built different, Coop.
Jeez, Mr. Producer. Whoa, jeez. Oh, jeez.
Where is
There
it?
is.
Nice.
Did you get? What's the matter there,
I don't
Shad?
have it.
Well, he just had it up there. It was up there briefly, but.
Seth, I just got done bragging about you to your parents. Don't screw this up.
Don't screw. I'll tell you what. It's going to be a blast. I'm looking forward to it. And you've got 4 wagons, and now Billy.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, Billy's skinny, so he'll be able to fit in
He'll be
easily.
fine.
Yeah, if you'll have your boy, I'll definitely be there, bro.
You'll
be
Yeah,
fine.
100%.
We'll make sure we let you know where we're departing from. Oh, there he is, right there. Okay, so if you look on your
He does have
screens
a
right
face.
now, yeah, that's
the facial expression. Look at that guy. What the hell just walked in the door?
There he is.
Yeah, usually it's that kind of face comes with, "Hey, who farted?" That one there. Oh my God, that night
We grew on him eventually.
we did. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. He knew we
We've
didn't
come a
mean
long
it.
way since that night.
Ray is his name.
Ray
Ray.
Anderson.
Yeah.
No.
No.
No,
Yes.
Ray
No.
is his first name. It's not Anderson. I don't know his
Well,
last
you
name.
can
off the top
call
of
him
my
Ray,
head.
or you can call him. What was that thing?
Santa's little helper.
No, the Saturday Night Live bit.
Ray J. I don't know. But yeah, so that's part of what we do. It's a blast. So I could go into more about it, but I'm not going to go anymore because it's too cool.
In case you're wondering here, the caption that Dan had on Facebook that night was, "It's time to play caption this photo. The winner gets nothing. There are no wrong answers. Go have some fun." And there are some big quite responses here. And I know we'll get into our question of the week with Talking Smack on our Facebook page. We'll get into that later on in the episode, but certainly absolutely crazy that night. And some of these responses.
It was it's off the hook, it's unplugged, it's locked in, whatever you want to call it.
We may have been drinking.
Probably. Yeah, there
Look
might
at
have.
you.
Yeah, look at me. How
You
big
got the Santa beard going that year
Well,
too.
I'm growing it again.
Oh, yeah?
Well, Lisa said to me last week, she goes, "You got to grow the damn beard." And then Jen White goes, "You got to get the Santa beard going." So I'm like, and I wasn't gonna rock the Santa beard. I'm gonna rock the Santa goat, but I decided no, I better. So now I've just started it up in the past couple of days. So it's I'm getting ready to go. Here,
get your act together. So be here before you know
it. What's it always on me for?
You pull it off really nice, Dan.
Well, thanks.
It looks very natural.
Coming for you, Billy. That means something.
It looks meant to be.
And I can't grow one. And I'm
You
guessing
can't?
Billy can't either.
No.
Snacks, can you grow a Santa beard?
It won't go gray enough.
Really?
Oh,
It doesn't
really?
go white, no. Yeah, I think
Wow,
it would.
look at
No,
you.
It doesn't. It's all dark and looks like salt and pepper.
Oh, what is that?
what is this?
Oh, that is Pete
Just
here at the
doming Mio
bullpen,
to the face.
and he's taking a shot of Mikey's foo-foo.
Just deleting Mio.
Where was that?
Oh my God, Pete at the bullpen, and guess what? He didn't spend $1 that night either.
Yeah, that drink was free too.
That
I'm
was free.
sure.
Yeah, I'm sure it is. So Billy Floyd joining us here tonight. The one thing, and I mentioned this when we did your podcast.
Thanks, guys.
You're welcome. People always say, always said to me, "Really, Dan, is he genuinely that nice of a guy?" And I said, "Yeah, all you got to do is meet Billy. It doesn't matter where you run into you. That's you. I mean, that's not an act."
Thank you, Dan. I mean, it's not. I've been raised correctly. I have amazing parents. I have amazing grandparents, and I've just followed the examples that they set for me. And, I think in this world, like, there's so much negativity and there's so much nonsense and there's so much BS. And I believe that so many people just latch onto that because they don't really know how to find their right way from within. They don't really have the right role models. They don't really have the right appreciation. And I'm just grateful that I've always had that around me. I've always had people I look up to. And I've always been that guy where it's like, if I see someone doing something awesome, if I see someone killing it, crushing it, they're setting the right example, they're leading the way how I would want to lead the way, rather than saying it must be nice or they're just lucky or that's just who they are, I'll go up to them and I'll ask them questions like, how did you get to this point? How is this your mentality? How do you have this type of success? What did you do to get here? And I've just always been like that as a kid. So as you grow up and you're asking high-level people, positive people, my parents, grandparents, the right questions, and you actually care, you learn about it, you consume it, and then you say, okay, well, how can I apply this to my life? And that's just what I do. There's not really a crazy recipe, but it's just seeing what other people do, embracing it, asking, learning, and then doing it yourself.
Yeah, the power of positivity. I mean,
How old of a guy are you?
I just turned 28 in the spring.
28?
I'm just thinking our kids are screwed.
why is that?
My kids.
They're not like that.
Well, again, I don't know what it was. That's just how I was born, and I attract a lot of that too. Like,
Yeah.
if you know me, like if you really know me, like I don't have any. Respectfully, I don't have any idiots in my circle. I don't have people that are going to make me look bad. I don't have people who are going to bring me down.
Don't look at me.
If you meet
Wait, you're the reason he can't do things.
but you guys make each other better because you guys are having fun together and you're creating together. You're building something together. You're giving back to the community together. Like, yes, my friends are silly and stupid and funny.
Yeah.
But like at the end of the day, if you meet my homies or you meet my family, everyone is all class. Everyone is all positive, and that's just what I surround myself with. If I kept, boneheads and losers and people that bring people down around me, I would become that too. So I don't even want to risk that. So if you're negative, if you're a complainer, if you're just going to make excuse after excuse, with all due respect, I'm not going to tell you to, F off, but I'm just not going to keep you around, and I'm just going to keep the circle tight, small, and positive. And if you can do that, a lot of good things will happen.
I've told you, and I don't know if I told you guys, the first New York State Broadcasters Award I've won, and I've won a bunch. I don't want to brag or anything, but I've won a bunch.
He's Timothy.
Well, here we are.
Well, here we are. All you got to do is stop by the Radio Ranch, and you'll see my, my display of multiple Broadcasters Awards.
HIM. He is him.
Yeah. So the first one that I got, Billy's grandfather, Ernie Anastas, was the host of the night. And Ernie
was he in broadcasting?
He's still,
yeah. So, my grandfather. I'll talk on it a little bit, but I'll let you get
go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
So, when people kind of ask me, like, why are you who you are, or whatnot, kind of like how Dan was saying, I'm grateful that I had my grandfather in my life. My grandfather is my mom's father, and he spent over 50 years in broadcasting.
Really?
And
majority in New York City,
30 plus years of it in New York City as the lead anchor for every single station that was in the local news area.
He's legit, man.
Real deal.
And
huh?
he even had his own show called Positively Ernie. Like, that's just how great he was.
Really?
Bernie Williams and his all-star band was the band for Positively Ernie. So, like, he just knew all of these stars. He knew all of these great people. He had amazing interviews.
Wow.
He had amazing segments. He covered every big story. And when I was a little kid, being 6, 7, 8 years old, I would go with him into New York City, or I would walk around Westchester where he lives, and I'd go places with him. And everywhere we went, especially in the city, I didn't understand what was happening, but every person would flock to him. Every single person in the street runs up to him, Ernie.
That's weird for a radio guy.
No, he's a TV guy.
Oh, he's a TV guy. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's as big time as it gets.
All right.
And everyone would flock to him, take pictures, autographs, hugs, kisses, everything. And he took the time.
That's the key right there.
He took the time to ask about them. He took the time to write out messages on these flyers or whatever he was signing. He took the time to be curious about what was going on in other people's lives. And he never, ever big timed anybody. And he was just getting attention. And as a kid, I'm like, this is so bizarre. Like,
Yeah, right?
Who is this? Like, what is going on? And
He's
then
my grandfather. What is this?
Right.
Yeah,
Then
he's-
it's like 10, 11, 12 comes, and I become like a teenager, and I'm like, oh my God. Like,
Now you
people
got
love him because he's the greatest ever. He's the GOAT. He's the OG. Like,
How
he's
cool.
and
Oh.
it's, and
Right? How cool.
what was cool about Ernie, and I can relate to this a lot, it's like he didn't love the attention because it made him feel good. He genuinely loved the attention because he knew that it made others feel good. And people watch him relentlessly night after night after night, and they see him in the street. They get this golden opportunity to watch their hero and see their hero and go right up to him, talk with him, converse, get a hug, get a kiss, get a handshake, get an autograph and a picture. And when I saw that, I was like, I don't know what I need to do in this life, but I want to have that type of
Wanna be that
impact
guy.
that Ernie has on these people. And that's why I've kind of not like followed in his footsteps exactly, but he paved the way for me to do what I do.
The thing in which it's tough in that the business, broadcasting and things like that, people go, well, you sound the same, you act the same that you do on the radio or you're on the podcast. And there's so many people that are phonies, and there's so many people that are fakes. And that doesn't jibe with me. I just, like, when you see us on the podcast and we're screwing around like
Sure.
we do, the same thing when I'm on the radio on WCKM,
Yeah.
and
And we're still screwing around.
and we're still screwing around. This is what you see this is real. This isn't me putting on an act. And the same with you and your grandfather, who gave me
Thank
my
you.
first New York State Broadcasters Award. And he took the time when I went up on stage, and he took the time to speak to me. Now, I've got hundreds of other people that are winning awards that night. And he took the time, pulled me aside. I didn't know Ernie from squat. I mean, I knew who he was,
Right.
but he took the time because he goes, "Is this your first one?" I go, "Yeah, this is my first state broadcast."
What year was this? throw a number.
2002, 2003, somewhere around there.
Okay.
And I won it with your godfather. How about
Mr.
that?
Pezzi, really?
Joey Pez.
Joe
Yep.
Pizzulo?
Yep, we won a couple together.
Really?
Yeah.
That's
so
cool.
it's one of those things, and Ernie is just.
That's cool.
I love the guy, and he's just so cool. And he's when I see you, it reminds me a lot of your grandfather.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
That's the greatest compliment I could ever get. He's just been giving me game ever since I was a kid. Like every time I see him, he'll be like, Billy, here's a quote that I just read. And he'll just read me this quote. And I'm like, okay, like that makes a lot of sense.
Was it a family thing? Was everybody in broadcasting?
Well, his dad is Greg Floyd.
So
Channel 6. He's on WRGB News.
So my
Sully doesn't get to watch TV.
Oh,
very
yeah.
often.
I forgot about Greg Floyd.
it is very, it is a newsworthy family in a way where, like, my father, he's Greg Floyd. He works for WRGB, CBS 6 in Albany. He met my mother, and they were working together at a station in Kingston. And Brian Kenny, who's like one of the big time
I know Brian. Yeah.
MLB analysts and announcers,
Used to work at ESPN.
That was the sports team. It was my mom, my dad, and Brian Kenny. That was the news collective team in Kingston. And once my parents met, my mom ended up leaving the business, and she raised me and my sister. My dad stayed in it forever. My grandfather stayed in it forever. And that was just kind of like the whole background of the family, is like television, personality.
That's cool.
Being on air.
Oh, it's just awesome.
And it never made me want to like be a news anchor per se, but it made me want to be a personality that was someone of influence, because I saw what my grandfather did, what my dad did, not just on air, but in the community, hosting and like being that positive influence for people. And that's what made me want to get into the entire field. So like I said, that's just how I was born. Those were my role models. That's what I had.
Did you go to broadcasting school?
I went to Marist College and I studied sports communications.
Okay.
But in college, I kind of effed off a lot. Like I was really just.
We're on a podcast. You can say the word.
Well, no, we have a little kid here.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot Delaney.
Delaney.
We have my great friend Delaney.
Delaney here with
live.
her Billy Floyd shirt on. You can't say it.
Fine.
She's got the greatest fashion in all of the capital region. She's got a
She's
Billy's
goating it
number
out.
one fan shirt, and then she's got the Hawaiian shirt on too. She's the greatest to ever do it. And shout out to her mother Jennifer, who's the greatest designer of all time. She designs all the shirts, and Delaney proudly represents them. So I'm very grateful for them. But yes, in college, I was more locked in on, friends, playing basketball, dating, just all the college, just classic stuff. And then at the end of my junior year, going into my senior year of college, you hit that realization of like, oh my God, like you got to figure something out.
Right.
Like this college life doesn't last forever. And truth be told, like I knew I wanted to get into television. I knew I wanted to get into broadcasting, but throughout college, I was always just so afraid to put myself out there.
Was it always sports broadcasting, or was it just? I mean, besides basketball, high school, you're an elite athlete. As we
A
like to
former
call
elite. Now
ourselves.
you're a former elite athlete.
Former elite.
Like,
I'm a better athlete right now than I was in high school. I'm telling you, I'm only getting stronger.
The only guy at this table can say that.
only getting stronger, faster, better, everything. But in high school and college, especially, like I knew I had opportunities to do TV, to do sports, but I would always just use the excuse of like, I'm not good enough for this. I'm just going to go party and hang out and play with my friends type stuff. So I used that excuse for way too long.
I can't even look at you, Sully.
Where are you going with this, Sully?
I may have been at a party or two with you. I don't know.
No, he was in college.
This was college.
Yeah,
I went to a college party once.
you was. Did you get thrown out?
No, never mind.
Never mind.
Continue, Billy.
So I had that realization of like, okay, I really didn't do all too much in college. I was just having a good time. I got to figure this thing out. So I had done an internship that summer at my father's station. So I had some clips I could use for a reel. And then that summer and then that fall, I just had my friend record me on an iPhone, just making up stories about like National Garage Sale Day, the 4th of July, a deli in town, Fortnite, the video game, just made up all these different stories and made this makeshift reel. And I sat on tvjobs.com all fall semester, just blasting out this terrible reel where I was so monotone. All the material was not newsworthy at all. And I was like, I'm going to find a job in TV news, whether that's sports, radio, traffic, weather. I don't care. I'm going to apply to all these different jobs because I know my father did it. My grandfather did it. My mother did it. I have to be able to do this in some way or somehow. So I applied to over 200 jobs. I got one offer in Casper, Wyoming. That was it. One job offer in Casper, Wyoming, a city I've never heard of and a place where people didn't even know that Wyoming was a state. In some way. I told
Not even the people in Casper.
No.
The friendly ghost.
A lot of my friends in college had no idea Wyoming was even a state, which is, showing.
Did you go?
So I got one job offer. I didn't talk to my parents about it. I didn't talk to my friends about it. I just said, I'm doing it. And I told my parents, I didn't ask them, hey, can I go out here and do this? I didn't converse with my friends. That's another thing too. When it comes to making your own decisions, I'm not big on asking people, what do you think I should do? When you know deep down what you have to do. The more you talk to other people, the easier it is to convince yourself otherwise. So I was like, I'm not going to talk to anybody. I'm set on this. Someone's going to tell me you're crazy for that. I don't need to hear that.
I have that problem too.
I don't.
What, you're crazy?
I keep it all to myself. So I was like, I'm going to Wyoming. I'm going to send it. I'm going to leave behind my friends. I'm going to leave behind my family, and I'm going to go figure out this whole new path. And I ended up going out there in June of 2018. So right after I graduated college. And I was the morning news anchor out there for 2.5 years.
Really?
And it was still to this day, I mean, for the time, it was the greatest experience of my entire life because it wasn't a news related job. It was a community related job. So I hosted the morning show, and it was more of like a Good Morning America Today show style show where I hosted the show. It was every morning, 5:30 to 7. Then we had a noon show as well. I would produce the entire show. I'd get to the station at like 2:30 a.m., write the whole thing, produce the whole thing. And then on the show, we would talk news a little bit, but it was mostly like fun, interactive segments with my co-host.
Kind of what we do here a little bit.
Yeah. And having
Basically.
the best part was we had all these different entrepreneurs and business owners and people of the community on the program talking about the nonprofit, talking about their business, talking about their restaurant, talking about what they have to offer. And we really built like this network of people coming onto our show and talking about our community. So it was the greatest 2.5-year experience of my entire life, found the greatest friendships, found what love means to me. I could go on and on about how this changed my entire life. Won a hot dog eating contest. It was spectacular.
Hey, congratulations, champ. Congratulations.
How many?
I had 13 hot dogs in 11 minutes.
Snacks?
Hank?
What?
With that,
23 and 15.
Yeah.
Holy
You did
cow.
23
Oh,
and
yeah.
15?
New Way lunch, dirt
New Way
dog.
lunch.
Yeah.
hot dog?
I'll send you guys the video.
God
and
damn,
it's pretty good
Turkey.
stuff. It was my first one ever.
And it was at 4:30 in the morning.
oh,
It wasn't official.
oh, it's
Who
official.
was
now.
the
was
judge?
official. Pete was there.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Uh,
We're going to take a break. We'll be back with more. This is Talkin' Smack upstairs at the Bullpen, and back with more right after this.
Talkin' Smack is on the air, and it's brought to you by The Bullpen on Glen Street in downtown Glens Falls. The Bullpen, a favorite among locals, whether it's lunch, dinner, takeout, a night out, pregame, or postgame, The Bullpen is the place to go. The Bullpen's second floor contains Suite 216, the banquet room, perfect for hosting private functions for under 100 people. Chef Pam and a team offer a plethora of incredible food options for each guest. They offer a wide variety of menu options for everyone. Gluten-free and children's options are plentiful. Please let your server know if you have any allergy restrictions, and the Bullpen will be glad to accommodate you. The Bullpen on Glen Street, downtown Glens Falls. GNS Printing, providing solutions, not just printing, has been the place for printed products and competitive prices and unbeatable service in the Glens Falls, Queensbury, Lake George, South Glens Falls, Saratoga regions, and up and down the East Coast. Family owned and operated by Tim Cooper, GNS represents his 2 children. Gabby and Seth tells you everything you know that this is truly more than just a business. It's family, celebrating its 24th year in the printing business. GNS Printing is your place for all your printing needs. Whether it's stationery products such as letterheads, envelopes, business cards, notepads, cut sheet form, marketing products such as brochures, presentation folders, postcards, newsletters, door hangers, posters, banners, trade show booths, rubber stamp ideal self-inking stamps, die plate dater stamps, handwood stamps, seal presses and embossers, continuous form carbonless forms, carbon interleave forms, single or multi-part forms, unit sets, handwritten forms, carbonless stud and edge glued, carbon interleaved, all sizes available, checks, laser checks, continuous checks, uniset checks, pegboard checks, 3-on-a-page checks, label stocking, custom labels, laser labels, mailing labels, direct thermal labels, thermal transfer labels, barcode labels, graphic art design, custom design logos, artwork, brochures, forms, whether you need a single one-time order of business cards or a complete company analysis of all your printed products, GNS Printing is here to help, offering the most customized, friendly, reliable service with competitive pricing you will find anywhere. Call GNS Printing today, 518-232-2465. The Adventure Family Fun Center, the ultimate place for your class trip, after prom party, family reunion, or social event of the year. The 1,000-foot outdoor go-kart track is the largest and most exciting in the area. Take a spin on the Le Mans indoor go-kart track. Get your friends together and face off in their multi-level laser tag arena. Buckle up and hop into an adrenaline-pumping round of bumper cars. Score the ultimate gaming experience in the arcade and test your target skills on our all-new airsoft range. Adventure Family Fun Center, offering several different adventure specials, including birthday party packages that come with your own party room. You're home to the best in family fun in the Lake George region. It's the Adventure Family Fun Center on Route 9 in Queensbury. Oscar Smokehouse on Raymond Lane in Warrensburg. Why don't you stop on by and see what they're smoking? Oscar Smokehouse has a great selection of smoked meats and cheeses. They carry a number of specialty items like their More Than Mustard, maple syrup, cheese spreads, beef jerky, and apparel. You'll also find a wide selection of meats including chicken, sausage, bacon, ham, plus their homemade stuffed burgers, salads, ribs, and steaks. Oscar Smokehouse on Raymond Lane in Warrensburg. Come on by and see what they're smoking.
Audio Jungle.
Hey, coming up on Talkin' Smack, what's the date that Jacques Quintal from Oscar Smokehouse is joining us?
December 10th.
Well, December 10th. Well, before we get any further,
Yay. Yes.
Look at him.
Yes.
Look at him.
Oh, Billy, you're going to like this.
you pass it down to
I
Sully.
bet you Billy doesn't eat this
So-
stuff.
What is it? Is it jerky?
What is it, Snacks? You know what it is?
It's heaven, Billy. It's heaven.
Show it up on the screen there, Seth.
I would
Rowe.
totally eat
Fully
that.
cooked bacon snacks.
I would
Alright.
totally eat that.
So,
You're going to.
all right. So I made sure I brought some for you. Just before we get into the fun stuff, I want to talk something serious for a second with our small business challenge to benefit Operation Santa Claus. Today, you issued the challenge of $5,000.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
we smashed it, didn't we?
Yeah, we did.
We
Yeah.
did.
Yeah.
Nice job, brother.
Yeah.
Nice job.
Way to go, boys.
That's awesome.
You upset me earlier.
Yeah, I did.
You
I did.
He got me all fired up.
I got him fired up. I didn't.
Is
do
that
it
how
on
it
purpose.
caused that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had a
I
conversation.
was,
like
wondering, I was wondering where that all of a sudden came
I
about.
didn't have anything else going on
He
today, so I
upset
needed
me.
to help raise
He
$5,000.
upset me.
Okay.
And then, yeah. And
Well, it's all about putting clothes on kids, and thanks to everybody that jumped on board today. And I would say that at this point we're
I got an idea.
ballparking about 63,000
I got an idea.
so far for the small business
Want to
challenge.
hear my idea?
I don't,
Oh, no.
every time your idea comes out, it ends up being.
Let's do 5,000 more tomorrow. That we can.
I bet we can.
Double
too.
dog dare you.
Oh, don't,
Us.
don't-
Double dog dare us.
I like this man, Sully. He thinks big.
Let's do 5,000
All of a
more
sudden, I'm
tomorrow.
going. I'm at work and I'm scrolling down through, and all of a sudden, I'm Facebook and I see that, and I'm like, oh, God,
And you're
here we go.
because our small business challenge is made up of like 5, 6 people, 7 people, whatever it is.
I gave him the brief rundown downstairs.
And we raise money for kids so they have clothes.
Big time.
All you got to do is go outside right now when it's freezing cold, and like you always say, Sully, you can walk out the door.
Yeah, but my motto is go walk to the end of your driveway, do a 360, and there literally is 20 families within a 10-mile radius of where you're standing that need your help, and you don't know who they are. It's the guy 3 doors down. It may be somebody in here watching us. Somebody down. Well, if you're downstairs drinking beer, maybe you don't.
Yeah, I know.
But you don't realize the people that need your help, and especially in these times, money's tight, and again, the kids need help.
Yeah,
So
they do.
And
It's something that I've been very passionate about for the last 28 years, and I'm very fortunate that my close, warm, personal friends and my brothers have all taken this under they've taken that burden with me.
Well, it's taken on a life of its own.
And it really has.
It's like you said, Peter Brock, bless Peter. He started out with $1,500.
$1,500 the first year, and he beat everybody up for the $1,500.
Yeah, well, I'm sure
He did.
And I was telling Billy the last year that Pete did it, it's $65,000.
Yeah.
And then it's just taking it to it's awesome.
The last 3 years
stuns
we've
me how well we do.
The last 3 years when we took over, because
Over
we
$300,000.
were downstairs. We were downstairs,
Yeah.
you and me, Lisa and Jen.
Yeah.
And we're sitting at the table, and
Peter had passed away maybe a couple days prior.
yeah,
to that,
we were at
and
it was his wake. We were
That's
we were
right.
we were
It was
here.
his wake.
And I looked at Sully. Sully looked at me and said, "We got to do it." And that was literally the whole conversation.
Yeah, there wasn't a big
No.
huge thing. We just looked at each other and were like, "This is
We got to do it.
This is what
We got to do it. And the last 3 years, we've raised over $100,000 each year.
Hell yeah.
What we have is a lot like you. We surround ourselves with a lot of great people and people that get it. Oh, wait a minute. What are we talking about here?
Super Chats. Yes.
Matt Sullivan, does that ring a bell to you at
What?
all? Matt Sullivan? does
Matt
that-
Sullivan's my brother.
Okay. Super chatting.
Matty Laddie.
Remember the first year the horse took a shit in Mike Nolan's driveway.
Yeah, that happened.
Oh, wait a minute. This back when your dad was doing it?
So people don't understand, like, I didn't invent this gig. My father, much like your grandfather a little bit, really kind of paved the way of how I live my life.
Well, back to
Oh, there we go. You did a great
Probably
job.
a little different than what your grandfather did.
Oh, another.
Oh, no, hold on. I want you to finish this up here first.
So I lost my train of thought.
So you and your dad, because I can remember the first time. This is back when you and I first started hanging out, and then we're running back at St. Mary's Church, and Sully, Dad, Mom, I want you to introduce you to a friend of mine, Dan Miner.
Oh yeah.
And he goes, "You think you invented this shit?" And I've known his dad for years because Sully's godfather was one of my best friends that I worked with, Joe Pizzullo. So we hung out all the time, and I used to hang out with your dad as well.
So the story that my brother's talking about is that the very first year we rented a wagon with a horse. It was 2 horses in a wagon. We were going to the neighbors' houses, and yeah, we went into Mike Nolan, the late great Mike Nolan.
Yeah, I know.
And the horse shit in his driveway.
Hey, Sully, I think this is important. Jeffrey Bean says he's in for $250 to start tomorrow's show.
Yes!
Super chat.
Super chat.
Way to
you
go,
go, Sully.
Jeff. At Bean's Country
Yeah,
Store.
honestly, so Jeff being another class act.
The man was attacked almost by a bear.
Oh, that's right.
Him and Nine Toe almost got attacked by a bear.
What I want to know is, was Nine Toe hiding behind Jeff? Can you see that picture?
Jeff being his fucking Grizzly Adams.
Are we ready?
Super chat.
Billy Joe Haskell says, shout out to Hank and all of his new friends at the top of section Q.
Woo!
Big hockey.
Is that
guy
where you were
now.
hanging out?
Yeah, section Q.
Is that your deal?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
hang out
where
right
the
now.
seats are.
Why? Because the ice cream joint's right behind you.
It's right there. I wait for the line to die down, then I go back.
So why didn't you help me out the other night when I lost Billy? Where were you?
I looked over. Billy was sitting
Yeah,
over.
what the hell happened to you?
Billy was sitting over.
Did I miss this already?
No.
No, what the hell happened to you?
No, just a classic miscommunication. I was supposed to
You've
be.
done the same thing for 80
Yeah, but
games.
we implemented a new lucky row of the game that gets free Stewart's ice cream, and it was section O, I believe.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting there. They usually do it the first whistle of the third period. There were no whistles. The game just
we
kept
had the
going
first
on.
whistle, which was your whistle, because you have gas. That was the
Mike
first
Sullivan
whistle.
has gas.
Can you
Give
imagine
him a
if
call at 518.
Can you
Wait,
imagine
it's
if I was
599.
if I had to fill in for you that night and that fucking happened? Oh my God! I would have
I thought it was
you would
Seth, help,
exactly.
Seth!
Yeah, that's what it would have been. You would have been hanging on to me. Help me,
I
Jeff.
thought-
Jeff, where
I thought
are
it was
you?
a new promotion.
No, I'm like,
I did. I was sitting there
People
going,
thought it was a
are we
bit.
playing? Is this? That's what I thought. I
There's
thought
no
we got to
bam.
find Billy.
Where's the bam?
wait a minute. Super chat.
Oh,
Jeffrey Bean has some follow up to the Jeff Casey situation.
Oh, here we go.
He
Bear
says,
report. Bear report. This is the bear report.
I threw Casey out the truck as a decoy.
The deal is when you're with the bear, there's a bear around, there's only one rule.
be faster than you.
Be faster than one person. That's it. so 9 Toe was running on 9, and Jeff was running on 10. So Beaner's
got-
running on 10, Casey's running on
If
9.
he only has 9 toes, does he run in circles?
Yeah. Okay.
So-
Oh, wait a minute. Super chat.
Maggie Jenkins Gannon. Does that
Yeah,
ring?
Yeah.
She said, "Remember when we took a bus?"
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
You did what?
So
Oh my God. This has got bad written all over it.
So the first year we did the wagon a couple years, and then it took on in popularity, like as much as it's done now.
I know.
Well, my father, instead of getting more wagons, we rented a Greyhound bus. It was awesome. It was,
Oh,
and we decked it out with Christmas lights and a PA on the outside, and we would go to like your house and we would sing, but you'd have to get on the bus.
oh my God.
And
How
so the
cool
bus,
is
so the
that?
so the bus started out with like
It's like the
12
Polar
people.
Express.
It is the Polar
So
Express.
You know what? I should get royalties.
Tom Hanks doesn't like you either.
Whatever.
I don't like
You know what?
Tammy.
I don't like him either. So, and he makes a,
Yeah.
and I don't want to travel with him.
No. And he's got a best friend that's a volleyball. I don't want to hang
Well,
with
yeah,
that.
but look at all of his movies. He gets lost at sea. He can't run a ship.
He goes down under with a damn mermaid.
Yeah, he's got a
Splash.
The only thing he ran correctly was
But
a
I'd go
train.
down
It was
under
on
with that mermaid.
time.
Not anymore, you wouldn't.
What?
Have you seen Daryl Hannah recently?
I thought
Do you know who she's with?
I thought it was Terry Garr, wrong person.
Daryl Hannah. Who is she
You
with?
thought it was.
Terry
She's
Garr.
way down under.
Yeah. Whoa. She's. Ooh. That's 6 feet down, brah. All right. So, do you know who Daryl Hannah's with now?
Not
Neil Young. Neil Young.
Another guy that I don't like anymore.
So easy there, fella. Easy, easy, easy. All right. Well,
Is he back on Spotify? Yeah.
who? I don't give a crap.
Wow.
Do you think I listen to Spotify? What do I do for a living? Hello, Secaucus.
Moving on.
Hello.
Moving
Hey,
along.
that's a great plug to let everybody know that our show is on Spotify, courtesy of GNS Printing.
Yeah.
Great job,
For,
Seth.
for people that don't
That
know,
was my segue.
so Seth, yeah, nice job, Sully. So just explain to everybody. Now we're on all the major podcasting platforms as well, too, courtesy of GNS Printing.
Courtesy of GNS Printing. Special thanks. Shout out to Tim Cooper. Not my dad in this situation. Wanted to
he
let
always your
everyone know that
Yeah, I know, really.
we
Need to
are
pick and
on
choose.
every single podcasting platform there is. Apple, Spotify. You can even say to Alexa while you're trying to sleep, Sully, Alexa, play Talking Smack.
No, I cannot.
You
Can
certainly
I
can.
really?
Yes.
You certainly can. Big thank you to Shane Harper for getting us over the hump there last week with our numbers. We really appreciate that one.
Yeah.
But we're on all our major podcasting platforms. So super
cool.
excited about that.
Yeah, that's cool.
Courtesy of
GNS Printing. Now, seriously, it's huge for us. I mean, this early, we're 2 weeks into the game, and I got to be honest, as it's beyond anything
We expected.
we expected. I mean, the views that we have on between Facebook and YouTube, and now with the podcasting platforms, I mean, we're 45,000, close to 50,000.
But as usual,
we haven't even.
Haven't
I'm
even
looking at
touched
this
his
rundown.
yet.
Oh, okay.
we have not talked about any of it except
we're
Billy.
gonna do this right now. All right. So our Talkin' Smack question of the week.
I didn't know you were doing that.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna do that right now.
Oh, okay.
If ketchup isn't available for a dipping sauce, what are you dipping your French fries in? So I'm gonna go to my culinary expert to my immediate left, Snack Attack. All right. So I'm gonna ask you, what are you going with?
I don't use ketchup.
You don't?
That's the
Me
idea.
neither.
On French fries?
If the French fries aren't, if the French fries aren't cooked right,
You really look at you're
Yeah.
not even giving up that bacon. Oscar Smokehouse bacon. It's not getting out of his hands. He ain't sharing with nobody.
Jacques thanks you for the product placement.
All right.
yeah,
so,
I just I'll use ketchup every once in a while. But I mean, if if the fries are seasoned correctly and cooked right, I just
You go.
But
you
the
go raw
question
dog?
is, but the question is, what?
I'll dip them in anything. Have you seen what I eat?
He ate 23 hot dogs at 4:30 in the morning.
I heard the White Castle story earlier.
I want to see this hot dog eating. I want to see what you're all about.
The other thing is, Coach, the other day I said to
we'll,
him,
we'll get to
I
a
go to-
hot dog.
I go to Coach. I go to Coach the other day. He got a fresh.
Mr. Producer.
He got a fresh thing of a hamburger in the other day.
Oh no, you didn't
Coach,
eat raw hamburger again.
No, they're all pattied. They're already made up in patties.
Right.
I just said to him, I go, hey, did you count them before you left?
Wait a minute. Hold on. You know what I get feeling right now for?
Oh,
Super Chad.
Jeffrey Bean says, how about the Oscars more than mustard on your fries?
Oh, dude, I put Oscars more than mustard on everything. I don't care. I love that stuff. I got
A
a.
little spicy. What's
It's got a little horseradishy taste to it.
Okay.
Me, you like it?
I've never even heard
You
of it.
don't do it. You don't, do you?
no,
But-
mine's gone.
Oh, you ate yours?
You ate it.
Oh,
all?
you ate the.
You don't eat it by the jar. It's
No,
a
he
dipshit.
left all the sample stuff with me.
I made a mistake.
Who
Yeah,
would do
the-
that?
the
You
sauce-
did that?
I
Yeah,
did.
Well,
but I
listen,
will
the beef-
say, doesn't Hank have a great excuse? He said the sausage didn't make it, so he had to bury it
Well,
out in your backyard.
what do you think I dipped the summer? Wait a minute. What do
Yeah.
you think I dipped the summer sausage in?
Oh, the more than mustard.
no,
Have
I
you
did
ever
the
had that?
mayonnaise. I used the mayonnaise.
Have you ever had more than mustard?
No.
Oh my god.
Maybe. I don't think so.
Oh, it's delicious.
Well, we'll have to look at some.
I love it.
Wow,
I'm
Sully
hung
losing
up
his
on
more
the-
than mustard virginity.
Well,
Nice.
we're gonna have to pop that more than mustard cherry.
Next week.
Yeah. Oh, I'm definitely. So
I'll join you, Sully.
Thank
I've
you.
never had
Yeah,
it
all
too.
right. I mean, we'll
because
go in
you-
together.
what I got a petite boneless smoked ham today, and I will have more than mustard on the side, and I will eat that ham with the more
So
than
it's like
mustard.
it's a mustard horseradish. I like the idea.
Oh no. We're gonna have the jar here next week, dude.
Okay.
We'll have a jar
I'd say
here.
you could try the more than mayonnaise, but that didn't make it either.
Jesus, what did you do?
And you
It's
yelled
been
at
sitting
me.
there
And
for
you,
a week and
you
a half.
yelled at me
A
for the
week and a
bacon.
half?
You,
you-
I got to
you
move it in the
literally-
fridge.
I'm not gonna ask you where it is.
You
I see
literally
where it is.
yelled at you literally yelled at me for the bacon the other night, and you're eating all the other.
He gave me the whole
food.
bag of props. They were at the house. And
I
every
can't carry everything. All right, I have all the equipment. You know,
The summer
everything.
sauce-
That's a rookie move.
It's not a rookie
It's
move.
a rookie move. You know him.
the summer sausage fell out of the bag in the fridge. I grabbed it.
Your sausage fell out of its bag.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're like the contestant on the Wheel of Fortune last
What?
night. Did you see that go
No.
viral? Oh,
Okay. No,
give me 5 minutes.
I'm busy. I was busy working with you last
Oh, you
night.
need 5 minutes, Mr.
Oh,
Producer.
forget
The last one you
All
picked,
right.
you pulled up in 15 seconds.
All right, so let's go back. What are you dipping if you don't have ketchup around? Sell dog. What are you going with?
You know this is gonna be left field. But
Go ahead.
Strawberry milkshake.
Really?
Yeah,
I respect
I love
it.
French
I
fries
don't-
dipped into a.
I don't have
strawberry-
a problem with
Not
that.
scotch?
Scotch,
not a bad-
scotch, down in the tummy. Billy, what are you going with?
This might be a little unorthodox answer, but
more
I'm
than strawberry milkshake.
Greek, so I love the tzatziki sauce.
Ah.
I could eat that.
The
spoon
what?
Tzatziki sauce.
The hell is
That goes in a gyro.
It's
Did
the white
that-
sauce.
Did
that
Pam
goes
put
in
that in her
yogurt.
special so we can't fucking say it?
It's like yogurt. It's Greek. It's Greek yogurt and like some other like
got
spice,
onions and
onions,
spice in it,
scallions, maybe.
scallions.
I would try
It's,
that.
Right?
it's incredible.
Yeah, it's good.
I would
It's
try
incredible.
that.
If you've
Okay.
never had like a gyro or souvlaki,
Is it a
or-
gyro or a hero?
It's a gyro.
Gyro. Okay.
It's pronounced gyro. I said gyro one time in front of a Greek lady, and she yelled at me to never
that-
say it like
She
that ever
hit your
again.
product to tear.
Pretty much. she ruined it, and
I
she
was gonna
ruined
get to
me.
that. And it's sneakers, dude. I
I,
want sneakers like you.
Custom kick. Shout out to Justin
I want-
Russell.
Justin
I want
Russell.
Sully
you know,
Sell
wait a
doggy
minute,
dog.
you know the
sneakers.
Russells. Is it?
Yeah,
Yeah. Justin makes
Justin
those.
made. That's what he does.
Yes.
Yeah.
But dude, those are
it's-
killer kicks.
It's very silent, but two hockey seasons ago, he randomly just hit me up, and he was like,
What's on the other? Let me see the other side.
Oh, so why don't you show them on the camera? Can you take them off there, Billy?
Take
Or can you
them off.
stretch that
Because they're
far?
really cool.
"Here's the first
Ooh.
one."
Okay. All right.
Bang.
Are we back on? Are we back on, Seth? I got to do what? It's on my set. What am I doing here? Okay. I have no idea what you're doing. But yeah, those kicks,
Shane Harper.
they're awesome. I mean,
Wicked
it
cool.
just, oh, that's a different video. That's John Pratt. What the hell is that?
He's not here.
I know he's not here. So go ahead. I'll let Seth fix that. Me, if I am going
Yeah.
with,
So what's your deal?
I have two go-tos, depending on what's in the fridge. It's either going to be barbecue sauce
That's always a W.
or Thousand Island dressing. Thousand Island dressing, me and a cheese pizza. I go to town.
What do you do with the cheese pizza and the Thousand Island dressing?
I dip it
So
in
I
there.
do. So that brings up another thing. So the Talk of the Town pizza,
Yeah.
the crust, the nice burnt.
Yeah.
It's the best.
Right.
It's
Oh,
my
I love that.
favorite
Dip
food
in the
in
blue.
area.
Dip in the blue cheese.
Yeah. You dip it in the blue cheese.
I dip in the blue cheese.
Well, you know who wouldn't dip it in the blue cheese?
Who?
Coach. Coach hates blue cheese. Hates blue cheese with a passion.
Apparently, he hates fucking cooking too because he's never. No, I take that back. A killer breakfast sandwich the other day, Coach. I take it back.
Really? Is it okay? All right. I'll take your word for it, Seth. But yeah, I'm either going Thousand Island dressing or barbecue sauce, depending on what it is.
You know what else I like too? Burger King. They have a zesty sauce.
Oh.
And that you like the zesty sauce?
You know, I make the mistake. I stop there and I'll get an onion ring.
Yeah, I get
And
heartburn.
no, I don't get heartburn.
Oh yeah, well,
I can clean a room out with that crap. I mean, I'm being honest about it. That's just one of those things there with me.
You ever have the ice cream cone at Burger King?
No.
Burger King has a killer ice cream cone.
What are you doing there, Seth? Okay, you could do that there. Go
You're
ahead.
working really hard. Seth.
Pandemonium.
Pandemonium, go with the shadow. Well,
Don't
he's
get
trying to
too
get this
crazy.
going back up
Breaking
here.
loose.
All right, so
We
and
believe in you.
Anyway.
so snacks? I mean, the fact that you eat yours naked. I mean, your French fries.
Well, I mean, if they're seasoned. If you go to a restaurant and they cook the fries. I mean, like
What about
McDonald's-
fries dipped in gravy
well, I'm not going to dip them. I'm going to have gravy over the
over
fries.
the top of them?
Well, the poutine.
But what if you want one without the like a turkey club
Yeah.
with
Well,
fries with a
I
side
get
of
it at
gravy?
Talk of the Town. I get the
Okay.
turkey club or the roast beef sandwich.
Right,
hot
side,
roast beef.
side of gravy.
I get a side of gravy and I dip
And you
my
dip
fries in
them.
there.
No, I put it all
Well,
over.
what if you want a fry that doesn't have the gravy on it?
I want
Because it's good either naked or with the gravy.
I want my fries sloppy. All right, I'm gonna have them when you just put the gravy all over. I don't want to waste my time.
I like them regular too. Hey, I'm
Right?
with you on that.
I
All
like
right,
the
so-
option.
So then you're talking French fries. What about tater tots?
Horseradish sauce.
Good call on that,
I
Billy.
don't think I've ever dipped them in anything, but I'm gonna ride with tzatziki till
You never
the
done a
end.
Mr.
Tatiki. Who's Tatiki? She was a foreign
You
dancer.
ever been to a Mr. B? You ever go to Mr. B's?
Mr. B's, no.
Oh,
You've never, Mr.
Oh,
Billy,
Mr.
Billy,
Mr.
Billy,
B, Mr.
Billy,
B's
Billy.
best, right? I drive
Yes.
past it every
Oh,
day.
you got to
Never
get
gone
you got to
in.
get the tater tots with the horseradish sauce.
right?
Okay. It looks like an old school, old fashioned joint.
It's old school, old
Yeah.
fashioned.
Yeah, it's they do it the old fashioned way. That's for sure. Me, on my tater tots, I usually eat them naked or with barbecue sauce.
Barbecue's not a bad idea.
But when we're making them at home in the air fryer, the Montreal seasoning goes all over those tots. Don't Coach knows that with me. That's when he's serving me tater tots from Coach's Corner. I gotta get my tot
So
on.
what's the deal with the air fryers that are
Just
really?
want to let everyone know, for some strange reason, Facebook has completely shut down their live streaming completely for the evening.
Oh, for
So
everything.
once again, great plug here to let everyone know you can listen to the audio version courtesy of GNS
Fucking
Printing.
Zuckerberg.
So it wasn't anything with Zuckerberg. Apparently, they're having a nationwide outage right now with Facebook Live.
How about that?
So
You gotta love it.
we're basically now going to be on autopilot on
And YouTube.
That's it.
So we're on
Just
the YouTube.
we're just
channel.
Running
on
with
YouTube.
scissors.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they're running with scissors. So yeah, with me with the tater tots, I mean, there's never a bad tater tot. I've had tater tot casseroles. I've had tater tots with just tater tots and hot dogs, tater tots and
Sean Sullivan one time got suspended from school
why?
for stealing a tater tot
From whom?
from the school. That's a true
He put his
story.
hand inside the lunch
All right,
lady's
so
tot.
That's a
Her tot.
story. What did you just say?
I was going to say tot hole, but I didn't. Say it.
Well, you did.
I said it
Oh,
after.
that was a
I
Freudian
forgot
slip
about
right
that.
there.
That's a great RJ story. So my oldest son, Sean, was 15 at the time, and he's a sophomore at Glens Falls High School. And he comes home one day and he hands me a detention slip. And of course, as a dad, would you get detention for? Pissed off because you're not. And I look at it and I swear to God, and it says 1 day detention for theft of a tater tot.
A tater tot?
One.
One.
So he goes through the lunch line and he grabbed his tater tots and it fell. So he lost a couple. So he reached in.
You don't want to be screwed out of a top.
So he reached in to grab another, and the lunch lady grabbed his hand and said, "I got you."
Really?
Yeah, and busted him for such a true story. And they gave him a day suspension.
Crazy
detention.
That's insane.
So I brought the slip in to RJ. I'm like, you're not gonna believe. Here's how bad of a kid mine is. And yeah, he got suspended for stealing a tater tot.
Wow, that sucks.
Anyway,
Wow, I
don't know why we got into that, but
well, I
we're
talk
talking
about
tater tots.
tater tots. I mean, tater tots. Maybe
I wish RJ was here. He would love that story.
Well, RJ should be with us in a couple
Thank
weeks.
God.
So, I mean, I'm looking forward to having RJ on board the show. What are we doing here, Mr. Producer? Should we take a break? You think so? Okay. We're going to take a break. More Talking Smack for the Bullpen right after this.
Brought to you by Clean It Out Containers and Junk Removal Service. Do you have a lot of junk or waste to remove from your home? Clean It Out Containers and Junk Removal offers compact and cost-effective dumpsters and other waste removal services, such as appliance removal and estate cleanouts. Based out of South Glens Falls, Clean It Out Containers is a family-owned and operated dumpster rental business that provides convenient roll-off dumpster services. Whether you have a garage full of junk, extra scrap metal to dispose of, or even organic waste like lawn debris and branches, they have you covered. Clean It Out Containers also features highly competitive rates and flexible rental times. You can easily select a service on their website and then pick a date or time that works for you. Call and book via phone. Brought to you by GA Bove Fuels. At GA Bove Fuels, they take pride in providing timely and reliable oil and propane delivery services. Whether you're located in the Lake George and Glens Falls regions of New York or as far away as the Bennington, Vermont area, we are able to serve you. They encourage you to contact them today and learn more about their propane and oil delivery services, as well as the other work they complete for you. Whether you need a minor furnace repair, complete AC installation, or routine HVAC system maintenance, GA Bove's fully trained and certified technicians will help you out. In addition to the heating and cooling work, they also supply premium diesel, gas blends, heating oil, wood pellets, and other fuel delivery options to properties across the entire Northern Capital Region. GA Bove Fuels. Give Mike Sullivan a call at 518-337-6599. By your Edward Jones financial advisor serving Glens Falls, Stephen Babson. Get the personal financial advice you need to achieve your goals. Whether you're planning for retirement, saving for college, for children or grandchildren, or just trying to protect the financial future of the ones you care for the most, Stephen Babson can work together with you to develop specific strategies to help you achieve your goals. Stephen Babson can also monitor your progress. Give Stephen Babson a call today at Edward Jones in Glens Falls at the corner of Bay and Washington. By Mullen Construction and Seamless Gutters. When you choose Mullen Construction and Seamless Gutters, you'll always have access to the area's lowest prices. As a family-owned and operated business for over a decade, you'll be treated like our neighbor. That means affordable prices and friendly, knowledgeable service every time. Get in touch today to find out more how they can help you improve your gutters and protect your roof for years to come. When you work with Mullen Construction and Seamless Gutters, you'll get a 10-year workmanship warranty on gutters, downspouts, and leaf protection. If anything goes wrong with your work, it'll be covered.
I don't see me on the video there, man. Did you take me off of this? Oh, thank you. Okay,
There's Dan
we're
there.
back. We're back with more Talking Smack upstairs, the Bullpen. Billy Floyd, our special guest here tonight. And you know, you getting into snacks is getting into the bacon.
Yeah, it's
Just
my
as
boy.
I'm about to go to my collector's expert over here,
That's my boy.
snacks. Hank Pelton,
Need help?
get your microphone.
You go. I'll take over.
The guys are fighting over who's going to open up the Oscar Smokehouse.
Wait a minute, that's the maple kind.
Oh,
Yay.
so you're a massive collector.
Yes,
You collect all sorts of stuff.
I have everything: comic books, cards, Disney cards,
Action figures.
action figures, statues.
Give Billy some. You got to
Thanks,
share with Billy.
thanks, Brian. Appreciate it. Thank you.
What's up?
He posted a
Hey,
Facebook
Jen.
saying that the Talking Smack podcast is still on YouTube. Facebook feed is currently down.
That's a Facebook thing.
That's
We need a couple
Facebook thing.
napkins.
All right. Can we get a couple of...
Did Billy even
It's
get
not
hold
it?
on.
messy.
Oh, Donna,
Hey,
thank
oh,
you.
Donna.
Oh, Donna.
Thank you, Donna.
So you're a major league collector.
Right.
So
Do I have to tip Donna out now?
no, you don't have to tip her. That'll be Sully's job. So this whole thing with Mattel and was it a Wicked action figure?
Yeah, it's a thing.
So Wicked is a
it's
new
worth
movie
it.
that's
Yeah,
coming
new
out. They
movie. The kids are all loving it. All the grandkids.
and you see the picture there. So Mattel's got these Wicked dolls that are out there now. And unfortunately for them, they didn't proofread what they put up on their packaging.
Or someone might have put it on there purposely.
You think so?
You know what?
That's
happened.
It has happened.
Now that you say that, I remember that happened.
There's baseball cards and things like that people put on there just to see.
Oh, look at Billy Ripken.
So I don't know the full story. So what exactly happened?
Go ahead, Seth.
So Mattel, of course, known for everything action figure wise,
Hot Wheels.
they released Mattel Wicked dolls. However, there's MattelWicked.com. Well, whoever was packaging these things wasn't very quick. Must have been somebody from Amazon because they always send us the wrong things. Decided to put www.wicked.com, and if you Google www.wicked.com, it's a porn site.
Not for the kids.
Not for the kids.
Sully's going for his phone.
Sully, Jen's gonna get on there afterwards. I strongly discourage you from doing any such activity because once you go, thanks there. There you go. Thanks for taking one for the team, Tim. Yeah.
I mean, it was funny because Judy had just bought some Wicked toys for.
Really?
What?
Oh.
Yeah. No, not that. not those.
I bet you if they're not in the doll business, they will be.
Yeah.
Oh
Good
my
thing she's
gosh.
home because I'll be sleeping on the front porch.
Yeah.
Anyways, so I went over. No, they're like. So I went over and looked at the back of the boxes. I'm like, oh my God, tell me this isn't like going on all these.
So the boxes that you have for your Wicked,
They said Mattel Wicked.
Mattel Wicked.
Yeah.
So now, I mean, and you understand the collecting business, and now these things are up like on eBay and those kind of places like that. You want my phone again? Okay, you're welcome.
Yeah, it just depends on how many of them actually got out into the circulation.
Obviously, quite a few did if they've got them up on.
Well, yeah,
eBay.
I'm saying that quite a few of them got. Oh, you all right?
I'm all good.
Okay. I was gonna say
He's choking on the bacon.
The
Yeah,
bacon, the bacon is absolutely delicious.
Right.
Incredible.
So if a lot of that's the thing, I don't even know what the numbers are that they said got out. I don't even know if they really know as of yet how many were produced and put out there because those are going to be the ones that are be worth money.
And so, I mean, as a collector, where does that go?
Oh, so they're out. So
yeah.
They're out. They're circulating.
Yeah, you can order it. I mean, they've got them up on eBay, and you can order the one with just not Mattel Wicked, but just Wicked.
But if you want to order one, asking for a friend.
You're just getting the doll. That's all you're getting.
Yeah, you're just getting the doll.
It's not what's going on
It's
the
the same
website.
size. Just the packaging.
Poor Billy's trying to figure me out.
I like this guy.
And it's a
Sully.
fucking disaster for him right now.
I like this man. So
Yeah.
It'll be fun. You'll see.
So I mean, if there was 100,000 of those things produced,
Really?
no, I'm saying if
Oh,
there
there
were,
was.
and there was like 2,500 that were messed up that
Yeah.
got out that they didn't catch them, they're going to destroy the other ones. Well, they're supposed to.
They were
Mattel,
supposed to, but
Yeah,
it's
we all
already
know
too
how
late.
that works because some people can get things, if they know somebody there. Or whatever.
Wow, that is crazy.
was there a recall on these or?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
Tell you what,
yeah.
my father owned a toy store. I never got that.
Yeah, I mean, your dad. Yeah. Can you imagine
Yeah,
that?
but I don't think anybody. But you know what?
Well, there was
Back in
no internet back then. That never would have. Nobody even.
right, but
known
back
any
in the
different
Toys R
back
Joy.
then.
But the thing is that you'd be surprised that there was stuff that was sold back then that had errors on it that people are now catching.
Yeah.
There are things that are caught, just like I was showing Seth earlier.
So you're all right. So hold on, I got to put my glasses on so I can read this. So now these are the misprints. Is that one misprint for $249?
Well, it is
For that-
now.
Yeah.
A minute.
How much was that? How much was that to start with? I mean,
It was
$2.49 a minute.
It was a $40 doll
a $40 doll, and because of the misprint.
of the porn site.
Oh my God. Wait, thank you, Tim. Tim checked it out.
That's 3 times.
Said your inheritance just went.
That's 3 times Tim has chipped in.
Now that's my dad, not the owner of GNS Printing.
I think we should all get T-shirts now that say Wicked.com. No, we shouldn't, Sully.
Contact Hank Pelton today for your advertising needs.
But those kind of things there, I mean, it's nuts. I mean, how quick that jump from a $40 toy to now it's $249.
Well, it's like if you get the Billy Ripken card. If you
Yeah.
get, and then like I showed you the Star Wars card. There's a Star Wars card with C-3PO with a
with the chub.
chubby. Can you- but that's the thing, and they make
There's a joke somewhere, and I'm so mad that I can't come up with it right now.
I'm just thinking of Princess Leia jumping the Hudson. Right? And there's CP3O going, "Hey, baby,
Such a
we're
funny
sticking
line,
here,
yeah.
Mama."
I'm
You know,
so mad at myself.
you should be.
Should we get into the Costco hot dog?
Well, might as well.
All
We
right.
got nothing else to lose.
What's up with the Costco hot
We just
dog?
talked about, CP3O having a chubby.
Can we talk about the maple bacon?
Pass this down.
Oh, yeah.
It's absolutely
Yeah,
incredible.
In a second.
Speaking of bacon,
Oh, here we go.
this ain't bacon,
Oh.
but this is a
That's
hot
a
dog.
glizzy.
What?
Huh?
A what?
That's a glizzy right there.
What is a
What the
glizzy?
hell's that?
Another
is
name
that?
for a hot dog.
Like a beautiful hot dog.
Oh, I have a wicked issue with this.
This has got bad written all over it. Back to you, Sully.
How long is that?
I have no idea.
All right.
That's got to be at least a foot
Good
long.
question.
I don't
That's
know.
definitely
Google
longer than a
wicked.com.
That's a feature artist of the night.
High five.
Sorry.
So this hot dog has the shape of a
You could say it.
tallywhacker,
A penis.
a penis.
A penis.
It-
what it is.
Tallywhacker. What are you, the gym coach from fucking Porky?
you stick that through the hole, Beulah's going to be able to tell you who
You
that
and I
is.
and Tim Cooper are the only ones that know what that joke is about.
Beulah Ballbreaker. Oh my God.
Lassie.
So why would somebody go and
The best part about this photo, if you see
Oh my God.
what the hot
it
dog
doesn't
is,
have anything on it?
no, what the hot dog is supposed to look like is above you. Do you
I didn't
see
even.
with the?
I have to put
So
my
we
glasses
have
back on.
the
Oh,
the-
it's $1.50.
yeah. Well, you have the penis shaped hot dog, and then you have what the hot dog should look
It's
like
a meal
above.
deal.
What are you putting on that one, Sully?
It
Yeah.
comes with fries and whatever your dipping sauce. And it's strawberry milkshake.
Well, now looking at it, I feel sorry for if any of my Marine Corps buddies are watching because it's called the Kirkland, and we had it.
Oh,
It's what?
Yeah,
It's called up there on the top of it. It
was-
says Kirkland,
it's
and
called the Kirkland.
and we had a guy named Scooter that we used to make fun of all the time in the Marine Corps,
Oh,
and he's actually a retired sergeant major.
ay, ay, ay. That is just bad. That's just
that
I
hot
mean-
dog's actually bigger than he is height wise.
Oh, so do we want to talk football?
Oh, God.
I mean, Billy, are you a football fan?
Oh, I love football.
All
Do you
right, so
gamble, Billy?
No, I don't gamble at all.
what is your team?
The Giants. And
No
I'm-
wonder you don't gamble.
Well, I was telling a friend of mine the other day, when I was in 6th grade and when I was in 10th grade, the Giants won the Super Bowl. So that was like the peak of me being a sports fan, being a kid of that age, watching your favorite team win the Super Bowl. I don't have to see anything for the rest of my life to be happy as a New York Giants fan. Like, they have sucked and they have been brutal ever since those two random runs. And to me, it's just whatever, because when I was the peak of being a fan, I got to see them win.
Yeah, I know.
At
I'm
the
a
highest
Patriots
level.
fan. Thank you.
So
You're welcome.
it's all good. I'm good with the suck. I'm good.
Right? The helmet catch.
Oh, Christ.
Remember that? When that
Yeah,
guy did that to you, Dan?
The greatest moment of,
Are you serious?
10-year-old's life.
Dead serious.
The statistic: the Chiefs won 2 Super Bowls between Daniel Jones's most recent 2 passing touchdowns at
No
MetLife Stadium.
way.
Being
That's
serious.
tough.
So
That's
I'm not
tough.
joking. I'll find this other stat
No.
too.
Oh my
There's
God.
another stat of NHL players scoring at MetLife Stadium before Daniel Jones has scored a touchdown, and there's 37 guys on the list. One moment, Mr. Producer at work.
Self high five for that one there.
He's the best producer I've ever seen in my
I'm just-
life.
I mean, if you're a New York football fan, and I don't mean the Buffalo Bills, the real New York team. So if you're a Giants or Jets fan right now, can it get much worse?
Nah.
I mean, you're the football guy. I'm
It
going
could.
to you.
It could get a lot worse.
It's worse to be a Jets fan
It's gonna
by
come-
far.
It's going to depend on the coaching rotation.
Well, it's always worse to be a Jets fan.
Yeah,
Right?
but
No matter what.
It's worse for the
Kinda-
Jets now because the Giants weren't supposed to be anything this year, and the Jets were supposed to be
They were.
in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, and they've gotten rid of all their. They're going to get rid of
Were
another
the
coach. here
Jets
pretty
really
soon.
supposed to be in the Super Bowl
That's what people
because
thought.
of Aaron Rodgers?
I mean,
because of Aaron.
Well, no,
Yes,
that was the
that was the
expectation.
that was
thing.
the deal.
Yeah.
That guy they stole
Yeah.
from your team. Remember
And
that?
they just signed, and if I'm not mistaken, I just read that they signed the kicker that used to kick for the Packers.
It doesn't matter. They could bring back Vince freaking Lombardi. They're not going to freaking win.
No, they're not.
They're
It's
not
just
even. They're not even
terrible.
out of it too, which
But
is crazy. Like they're not dead.
We talked about this on one of the other shows that he's going to wind up. He's brought all of his guys in, and now they're all going to wind up. All the coaches are the ones paying for it.
So the thing about this is, I mean, you know this. You own a football team.
Yeah.
When you start bringing in all these old dudes and dudes that ain't producing, okay, and I got to throw a shot to my boy T-Bone, but they ain't producing. And you look at this, you're just getting older and older and older, slower and slower. I watched Aaron Rodgers the other day playing against Arizona, and it's the first time that I saw him play that not only did he look old, he looked scared. It was the first time.
He's getting beat up.
There's no way is Aaron Rodgers.
But he's getting.
Oh, bullshit. He's
getting
scared.
beat up back there.
Oh, no. He's back. You can
He's a
see.
fucking athlete. There's no way is he scared. Is he scared?
No, he's scared. He's got nobody to protect.
He can't
Well, I
get out of there.
get that.
Listen, I just did the dishes, and my mom said, "Did you do the dishes?" And I said, "Yes," because Aaron Rodgers is washed.
Oh, snap, producer.
Anyway, I found the graphic. So there's been more NHL goals scored at MetLife Stadium than a Daniel Jones touchdown pass since January 1st, 2023. In case you're wondering, the NHL players that have scored recently: Nico Hischier, Tyler Toffoli, Owen Tippett, Brendan Smith, Nathan Bastion. See, the list goes on and on.
I want to go back. I want to go back to what we were talking about. Seriously, can an athlete be scared?
Yeah, they're out there. He's
nerves. I get.
But if you're in the game and you're getting beat up because the guys in front of you are not blocking for you, especially at the quarterback position.
Okay,
and they can tee off on you,
and
he's scared.
Yeah, there's
he's not going to come out and say scared. He's not going to do
but you can see in his and the way he's positioning himself when you're throwing off the back foot and you're just getting the ball to get rid of it.
I guess your mannerisms and the way you perform, but mentally.
Oh yeah,
Billy.
They call it an oh shit moment.
Mentally,
that's exactly what he's sitting back there. When he gets up off the ground, he's sitting there like he said. But look, he had the other. I called it the oh shit moment because he's just sitting there going, "What am I doing?
Oh shit! I signed up for this."
Yeah,
and
what's he scared of?
Getting hit,
getting killed.
Sure, okay.
I mean, these guys that are coming after him are, they're like us, former elite athletes, but they're actually still elite. But
they're big dudes too.
What do you think?
I mean, I wouldn't say Aaron Rodgers is like afraid because he's been there before. He's gotten his ass kicked multiple times.
Yeah, you guys
win
the championship every fucking year.
Well, yeah, but
he hasn't gotten it like this.
When you watch though, it just seems kind of like a hopeless situation. Like there's just no gel, there's no chemistry. He is getting killed, and like when you watch, just like you feel like nothing is going to happen in a positive way.
If it was me,
sucks.
I'll put it this way: if it was me, with that, what happened last year, and then in the beginning of the year with them having no line up front, the first person I would have contacted is a guy like Jason Kelsey. I would have brought him in, and I would have had him resurrect that offensive line because he's the real deal. He's a leader out there, and it starts with the line because if they're not blocking, he can't throw the ball.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
How many football games have you played in your lifetime?
In my lifetime?
Yeah.
I don't think I could even count them.
Have you ever been scared?
No.
What about when you were at the end, when you knew that it was over?
And again, just a legit question.
Oh, when I was,
anything.
you know what? When I got toward the end of my career, I knew that I was,
but you weren't scared.
Like you said, they were younger, faster, stronger than me. I just had to survive. I had to go out there and play the game. I knew the game. I still know the game. I just can't play the game.
But you were never scared.
I was never scared. I will tell you, there was a joke once where Terry Gorton.
Yeah.
We were playing down in Scranton, and I got picked up and thrown back by Ray Seals, or not Ray Seals. There was another guy who was there. I can't remember.
Dan Seals?
No.
From England, Dan John Ford Coley?
No.
Okay. I just thought I'd throw that
But
out
he
there.
threw me backwards. And I mean, I went 5 yards. I went up in the air and 5 yards back. And I stood there and I literally.
What was your size at your play, like in your peak playing time?
I was 245, 250.
And how high?
At center, 5'11" and a half. I used that half inch. I was a half inch too short.
Just ask Judy about that.
I was half.
Mrs. Snacks. High five, Dan.
Woo! But no, so I got thrown back. I looked at Terry Gorton and he's standing there looking at me down on the ground. And I go, one of two things is going to happen. You're either going to learn to run real freaking fast or you're going to get hit a whole hell of a lot of times because that guy just tossed me 7 yards.
Was Sean Brand ever scared?
Brando was never.
No.
It's not the fear part.
Maybe I'm not using the right term.
I don't think he's scared. It's just that when you are back there, you're vulnerable. A quarterback is vulnerable. If the offensive line is not blocking for him up front and that quarterback is standing in a pocket, he can get hit high.
You
He
got
can get hit
fucking
low.
8 guys
And
coming
you
at
get
him,
bent.
right?
Listen. You get bent up a few times like a freaking fortune cookie. You're gonna know it. You just sit there. Your body doesn't bend that way.
And he's not a spring chicken.
right. And that's the thing.
He's got a lot of mileage.
He's got age, like you said, age and mileage that he's been there. He's done that. I don't think, like I said, I don't think he's truly a scared or afraid.
Right.
It's just you get that moment where you're just like, holy crap, what am I doing here?
Yeah, I really think that at this point there, he's got to be
I get
questioning.
that every Thursday. What the hell am I doing here?
Yeah, I know. What am I doing? Oh, you got 2 up there? Okay, thank you. I appreciate it. But I when I watched him on Sunday, I looked at a guy that said, what am I doing here? Because he didn't play, and I'm not an Aaron Rodgers fan, but usually he plays with a command. And there's something about him when he's out there and he's in charge. That was gone.
I don't think he's got the command anymore.
He doesn't have it.
I don't, and I'm going to tell you this. I don't think he's got the command anymore from his team. I don't think he has that command anymore. He's got the guys that he brought in that he can still talk to and play ball with. But if he doesn't have the rest of the guys don't believe in him, they're not going to. And I guarantee you, you don't see it on TV or in the locker room. He's back there yelling and screaming at those guys.
You think so?
Without a doubt.
So he's not the calm guy in the locker room that he appears on the sidelines?
Well, you've seen a couple instances on the sidelines
shows
where he wears his emotions on his sleeve a little bit.
Even Devontae
a
Adams
little more than
I
he
left
probably
Vegas for this.
should. But
You know?
I mean, come on. Your coach gets fired, and then all of
You
a
always
sudden,
have to leave
all of a
Vegas,
sudden
Dan.
the one player that you wanted shows up in your podcast,
Yeah.
and he shows up behind you and goes, "Hey," like that. Okay, you can't tell me that you didn't foreshadow that in the beginning.
I agree with you.
And now look at where Sully is. He's the defensive representative for the Green Bay Packers.
So now you go to your Giants, Billy,
Mhm.
and then you look at them. The best thing that could have happened to the Giants was that dude fumbling the ball in overtime,
That was great.
because you don't need another, what's his name? Jimmy DeVito? Johnny DeVito?
Danny
DeVito, the
no,
guy that played
Dan-
quarterback.
Cutlets? Tommy Cutlets?
Tommy
DeVito.
Tommy Cutlets.
Tommy
right?
Cutlets. Last year he screwed the Giants because he went and he started winning the games. This year the Giants know that if they're going to start rebuilding, which they obviously need to do, what they're doing with Daniel Jones, and I don't put it all on Daniel Jones. There's a lot of missteps here, but they know that they've got to rebuild.
Is it on Daniel Jones or the guy that drafted him?
I would say the guy that drafted him,
Right?
because he went too high. I mean, the guy that really.
When was the last?
What? Wait.
Here we go.
Here's the thing.
We
The
got 'em all fired up.
But the Giants have had success under Daniel Jones. 2022, that was their best season under Daniel Jones. And then he got his big contract. You should not be talking. Look at your Patriots right now. They
The
blow.
Patriots suck.
They blow.
I'm not
They're
talking.
they're a lot better than
If
the
you don't
Giants,
make it
though.
to
Yeah, I know. Really, if you put the Patriots and the Giants out there every freaking Sunday, Patriots are going to be almost undefeated.
What's
I
the
think
line?
I think the Glens Falls.
I want the line.
I'm not going. I'm not watching the games with
for
you.
a friend. I'm asking for a friend, but what's the line?
I don't know.
I gotta go to bet Scooby Snacks.
I just
I
saying.
think the Glens Falls Green Jackets could beat the Giants, the Panthers, and the Patriots combined.
I bet
No.
you if you ask them, they probably tell you they could.
Yeah, that it's the last week the best thing that could have happened to Giants, and I'm one of those people. I don't root against the Giants.
Mm.
I follow the Giants because they've been around forever.
I bet you twice you did.
Oh, Christ! I still pissed off at that.
I'm
I
saying
just
that you
I
say
don't
never, ever.
Well,
Twice.
no, only when they're playing the Patriots do I root against the
Okay,
Giants.
fair
They're the only times. But
But it
it
wasn't
just
never.
I felt bad for the kid though, Tracy, the running back. Like,
oh, that's awful.
I mean, because at the end of the day, like, yeah, it's good that they
No.
lose games to tank, but these guys
No.
are playing for their life. Like,
That guy got bent up.
as fans, we just watch these guys like it's entertainment, but for these guys,
That's
like,
life
this is
and death.
their entire livelihood. And a guy like Tracy, who no one ever heard of him before the season, he comes on the scene and he's absolutely killing it, playing for a contract, playing for his livelihood. And like, I didn't want to see him fumble the ball. I don't care if they get a better pick. Like, I want to root for
Whoa.
the guys and their stories to develop and have a good career, you know?
Big Money Ron chiming in. Playing with nerves is part of sports, but playing scared is a mindset from fear of getting hurt or
I
failure.
agree with him 1,000%.
Big Money Ron.
Oh, yeah.
Roger, he's
1,000%.
He's with me. Rogers is playing scared.
Yeah.
And I believe it. I don't. No, because you go back to his injury last year.
Well, yeah, okay.
And then you put that on top. I mean,
All right,
being a
fair
former
enough.
elite athlete that went and ruptured his Achilles as well too.
You've ruptured your Achilles heel?
I did. Yeah, I was playing badminton.
When was that? Is that recent?
It was about
Dude, fucking lie about that.
I'm not.
He was
Come
not-
up with a better
You-
story.
You were sleigh riding with Sully.
No, I wasn't. No.
No, don't say that because then he won't be able to do it
on
again.
a sleigh ride. No, I was playing badminton. I took a step and it just went pop. Just like
How
that.
long ago was that?
That was the year of COVID.
It doesn't matter. You're playing
So is that-
fucking badminton.
Wow.
Does nobody else think that's funny besides?
Racket,
Nobody else think that that's funny?
racket sports is the #1 cause of Achilles tears.
That's not even a racket sport. I know you had.
That's
Well,
why I never played racket sports.
Sully must be one of those people that says
What?
NASCAR is not a sport.
Well, we're not gonna get, I don't want to listen. I had a NASCAR fan go off on me the other day. And now I am a NASCAR fan, and I had a NASCAR fan go off on me. Somebody came in the studio, told a NASCAR joke, and it was funny. And then they got all Twitter pated about a NASCAR joke. I'm like, they're probably the same people that got pissed off when Will Ferrell did the Talladega Nights movie.
As far as NASCAR goes, yeah, for a while I would have made fun of it. But when you run into a guy that actually knows NASCAR and they tell you a little bit about it,
Did I get beat up by a shuttlecock? No.
that's what I wanted to ask so bad.
I took badminton in college. I had to have a phys ed. I had to have a phys ed class. So
Sean Sullivan took tennis.
Well, at least
And the night before his final exam, he called me up and asked me how to fucking keep score.
he took the class and he didn't know.
No, in his final exam, he had to teach a tennis lesson.
Oh my
And he
God.
called me
That's
the
an
night
awesome class.
before and asked me how to keep, and he fucking passed.
Wow. Well, you know what they call that? D's equal degrees, right?
That's what you.
And with that, we'll take a break here. It's Talking Smack, and we're talking badminton, and we're talking tennis. What the hell's come over
What
us?
happened?
More Talking Smack right after this.
Brought to you by Clean It Out Containers and Junk Removal Service. Do you have a lot of junk or waste to remove from your home? Clean It Out Containers and Junk Removal offers compact and cost-effective dumpsters and other waste removal services, such as appliance removal and estate cleanouts. Based out of South Glens Falls, Clean It Out Containers is a family-owned and operated dumpster rental business that provides convenient roll-off dumpster services. Whether you have a garage full of junk, extra scrap metal to dispose of, or even organic waste like lawn debris and branches, they have you covered. Clean It Out Containers also features highly competitive rates and flexible rental times. You can easily select a service on their website and then pick a date or time that works for you. Call and book via phone. Brought to you by GA Bove Fuels. At GA Bove Fuels, they take pride in providing timely and reliable oil and propane delivery services. Whether you're located in the Lake George and Glens Falls regions of New York or as far away as the Bennington, Vermont area, we are able to serve you. They encourage you to contact them today and learn more about their propane and oil delivery services, as well as the other work they complete for you. Whether you need a minor furnace repair, complete AC installation, or routine HVAC system maintenance, GA Bove's fully trained and certified technicians will help you out. In addition to the heating and cooling work, they also supply premium diesel, gas blends, heating oil, wood pellets, and other fuel delivery options to properties across the entire Northern Capital Region. GA Bove Fuels. Give Mike Sullivan a call at 518-337-6599. By your Edward Jones financial advisor serving Glens Falls, Stephen Babson. Get the personal financial advice you need to achieve your goals. Whether you're planning for retirement, saving for college, for children or grandchildren, or just trying to protect the financial future of the ones you care for the most, Stephen Babson can work together with you to develop specific strategies to help you achieve your goals. Stephen Babson can also monitor your progress. Give Stephen Babson a call today at Edward Jones in Glens Falls at the corner of Bay and Washington. By Mullen Construction and Seamless Gutters. When you choose Mullen Construction and Seamless Gutters, you'll always have access to the area's lowest prices. As a family-owned and operated business for over a decade, you'll be treated like our neighbor. That means affordable prices and friendly, knowledgeable service every time. Get in touch today to find out more how they can help you improve your gutters and protect your roof for years to come. When you work with Mullen Construction and Seamless Gutters, you'll get a 10-year workmanship warranty on gutters, downspouts, and leaf protection. If anything goes wrong with your work, it'll be covered.
And we're back with another edition of Talkin' Smack. We're on our YouTube channel, the Talkin' Smack Productions YouTube channel. We're going to be also up on all of our normal podcasting platforms. And Seth is going to make sure that we get this posted back up onto the Facebook and have that for you as well, too. Big thanks to Billy Floyd for being here tonight, our special guest. Next week, our special guest, because we're going to be here on Wednesday night next week. They have a function going on here upstairs at the bullpen. So Wednesday night, we've got Gordon Woodworth. I can't wait to have Gordon on the show. Gordon's one of those guys I've known forever. It seems like that. I mean, you obviously.
I'm not sure if I've known him long. I may have known him longer than you.
I know you have.
Probably, right?
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah. No, Gordon's aces.
I'm looking at the picture of him in a sailor suit.
Oh my God! I know that was awesome. That was classic. And Coach will be with us next week as well too. So he is one of Gordon's sidekicks. So they play cards together. We don't get invited to those nights.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah, I know, really. Just another way for us to lose money. Little Scooby snack here.
I can't do a Scooby. Yeah, right.
Yeah, I mean, that's just, that's what it is. So Gordon Woodworth joining us. And then in 2 weeks, is that 2 weeks?
That'll
2
be
weeks.
Fun.
A close, warm, personal friend of ours.
Yeah.
Mr.
Steve LeMay.
Retired professional hockey player, retired professional hockey official. Steve's a great guy and a friend of ours, and also the mad Canadian tambourine
player in Chupacabra.
Yep. So when you see Chupacabra out, and there's that mad Canadian tambourinist out there,
he was mad at us our last performance.
He was mad.
We didn't have the tambourine.
We didn't have the tambourine. Well, someone stole it.
Yeah.
Someone
a fucking tambourine.
Where'd you do that? Was that the Sandy's thing?
Yeah.
Somebody stole the tambourine.
Somebody stole it, so we didn't have it for our next performance. And then Steve got mad because we didn't have it. And I'm like, sorry, Steve, I can't.
He went all Van Halen on us, all Rockstar on us.
So
took his fucking brown M&Ms away.
Hey, listen, you got to read the writer. So that's the next couple of weeks, and I know Seth's been busy working with a bunch of other guests that we're going to have. We're jam-packed, and we appreciate the support for Talkin' Smack.
I want to throw a shout-out to Mr. Seth Cooper, by the way. Guy's killing it.
Yeah.
Last week was so impressive to me. Shane did a great job, but the behind-the-scenes stuff that you guys don't see or don't hear from this guy, I mean, reaching out to the teammates, and I mean, it blew shit. Shane called me the next day, and said, "Dude, that was killer." So, as much as I hate to compliment him, in the second stanza, I'm going to tell you that you're killing it, Seth. No, I'll get aside. The guy's killing it. He does a great job.
Once again, I want to send out a shout out. That's one of your terms.
Yeah,
a shout out to our buddy Mike Leonard. And Mike,
you're gonna make me cry now.
Well, see, Mike's been battling. Mike's been going through a battle right now, and if you're a friend of Mike's, you know. If you don't, Mike is probably one of the most. He reminds me a lot of you, Billy, because he is that
right.
Cool.
Yes,
he is that.
Yes,
he's not only is he cool, but he's a genuinely warm and affectionate person. And
I don't know if we've established that Billy's cool yet.
I have.
But I appreciate the love, fellas.
And
game recognized game.
And Mike has been going through hell. And that's the bottom line. And he's a buddy of ours. So let me tell you a Mike story.
Okay.
This is how I got introduced to Mike. So John Waite's playing at the courthouse over in Hudson Falls. So
the courthouse?
We're upstairs. We're upstairs at the courthouse in Hudson Falls. M. Lewis brings in John Waite. And John's up there playing. And John can be a little bit touchy. I mean, it's one of those things. That's John.
We know how it is.
So then out there, I'm dancing on the floor, and I'm out there with Lisa. And because
what song were you dancing to, Dan?
Whatever he was playing. I don't even. It could have been changed by John Waite. I don't know. A change. Yeah, that one there. So we're out there and we're dancing. Next thing I know, Debbie Lewis.
You were dancing a change.
Yes, we were. Yeah, I'm positive we were.
Okay.
So So then what happens is Debbie Lewis comes over to me. She goes, "Dan, you got to get him off stage." I said, "When the hell did I become security?" So at that point, Debbie asked for me to do it because there's nothing to M. M's like,
because Mike was up on singing with him.
Mike goes up and he's on stage with John Waite.
Yep.
So now I got to go up and be Hank Pelton. I got to be I got to be the bouncer. So I'm
taking
going
a few off the stage.
So and Mike Leonard's there and he's and I said, "Listen, I got to ask you to get off the stage." I didn't know Mike at that point.
Yeah.
It's my introduction. So now I go and I have to escort Mike off, and I got to take you off stage, all right? And so I take him off stage, And then John Wake gives me shit afterwards. He goes, mate, I invited him up, whatever his British accent is, and he invited Mike to come up and sing.
I
with him.
wonder why. Because you don't know if that guy can sing or not.
It was because Mike was singing every lyric,
So he could,
and then John was picking up on it, and it was just so. Then at that point, I have to escort Mike off stage, and then John gives me crap on the mic saying I invited him up, bring him back up. So that's how I got introduced to Mike. And
well, it's funny. So I only met Mike Leonard maybe 2 years ago, and it was through you, and maybe even Jonathan Newell. But it was a thing. It's a Strand. He's huge into the Strand Theater, which as we know, the place is remarkable.
Love that
in the
place.
last 5 or 6 years. But now Mike is battling cancer.
Yeah,
I'm not really sure the exact kind, but it's. I mean, not that there's ever a good kind. But yeah, no, Mike's killing it, and he's just such a genuine guy.
Love him.
And he literally,
him and Jody are awesome.
He just literally loves everybody.
Yeah.
Anyway, so Mike, if you're listening, I think he's tuning in tonight. We love you. Get better. He's one of those. It's one of those deals. I don't think he can be in front of other people until like April because of the immune system and stuff like that. But Mike, come April, we'll be here waiting for you. We're gonna have a great time and love you, miss you.
Love you, brother.
But solid, such a solid.
Just
guy.
a great guy. Just one of those guys.
And a community guy.
Oh, yeah.
Operation Santa Claus donates his time to the Strand. People don't realize that Strand Theater runs on volunteers, right? If I'm wrong, correct me, but I think it's volunteers. And have you been to the Strand?
Never been.
I'll tell you what, it's great.
So, not to turn the subject, but love you, Mike. What type of music does Billy Floyd listen to?
I'm all into hip hop. I love hip hop music.
He's an artist.
Anyway,
he's an artist.
So I used to be. There was a time where I did flirt with making my own music. And this was 2021, 22, and then going into 2023. The person I was making music with, we just kind of had our own falling out. So once I stopped making music with the guy I was making music with, I just kind of left it in the past.
So there's a concert tomorrow night at the CIA. Can be anybody you want. Who you want to see?
You guys probably have no idea who this
Chupacabra?
is. But my favorite, yeah. Well,
we played the center.
It
might be. You don't know.
I want Chupacabra to open for the artist, but I would pick Russ. Russ. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Russ.
I've seen Rush quite a few times.
Russ Chatham?
No, Rush.
I
know Russ.
A little bit different.
R-U-S-S.
Do we have one?
Oh,
wait a minute. Once again, Super Chat. What? I can't. Oh, Mike Leonard. I love you guys. I love you guys. Thank you, Dan and Mike. Great show. Miss you both. Dude, you're gonna make me friggin' cry. I don't want to cry on my own show. It's just.
You do it. I'm not doing it.
So here's another thing. So I'm at a suicide prevention walk. I'm in Saratoga. I'm like, I've got my reasons for participating. I lost a nephew, my nephew Josh. I've battled my own problems. And who do I run into? And who comes over and gives me a massive hug? And just, centers me. It's Mike Leonard. My stories about, what I've been through, they're my stories. We were there with the family representing my late nephew, Josh, who lost his battle. And Mike Leonard's there. I needed Mike. I did. I needed somebody. Family was there, but there was something else. And Mike is those depths and knows how difficult it is. and Mike's there as well too. He's representing his people,
You know what? It's not,
and
it's
it
not-
just
it's
and
not-
I
it's-
just and I needed that.
well,
I
it's not-
needed Mike.
You know what? It's not just Mike. I mean, his daughter's gone through a tough time. Anyway, dude, love you.
We love you.
Cannot fucking wait for you to get back into action. And Jody told me today he turned a corner. He's doing well.
I love it.
Things are way positive, and
We'll miss him on the
again,
scene,
and,
right?
and like you said, Billy, there's no more positive guy than you'll ever meet than that guy. But still, Mike Glen. All right,
What's that?
well, still Mike Glen. We can still bust his balls a little bit.
Oh,
right?
I'm gonna bust his balls. I wish I could have that mustache
Anyway.
that he's got. I mean, that thing is freaking
He's
solid.
got the
He looks like he should be playing in like Black Cobra or something. One of
No,
those
he-
80s hair metal
like
bands.
in that Mattel commercial.
Wicked.
I'm just trying to lighten it up.
We love you, Mike. I
Thanks,
can't wait.
Mikey. Love you, pal.
Jody, love you too. Great people. And I just, it's funny, Billy, because you relate to this. The people that you meet on your journey, the people that are unintentional that you meet. Mike and Jody, that's truly by accident, but it was meant to happen. And our community is filled with those kind of people, and
Absolutely.
and we're all better for it. We really are.
Yeah, it's amazing because you have like your friends and your family, like you're rooted people, but then you're living your life, and then along the way, unexpectedly, you just meet these incredible people that then become your friends and they become your family, and you had no idea they existed however many years or months ago, and then you're just able to connect on something, and it's usually something so positive. So for you guys to have a relationship like that, I mean, that moment that you guys just shared where you're shedding a couple tears and talking about some positive stories, like that moment right there is an indication of how cool this guy really is if he has that type of impact on you guys.
You know, it's funny. So a few years ago, my youngest son was in high school, and Michael marches to his own drum. And he called me up one day and he's like, Dad, he goes, and if he doesn't, he'll be mad at me, but I don't have any friends. I don't feel like I'm meeting anybody. I don't have any contacts. I'm like, Michael, you haven't even met your best friend yet. Right?
It's true.
I didn't meet
Facts.
you. I didn't meet you how long ago?
Yeah.
I mean, I think of there's one guy, John LeBrun, in high school that who's still one of my closest friends. And Stevie Van Gilder from
Stevie Van Gilder, yeah.
But sincerely, I said, Mike, you haven't even met your best friend yet. You don't meet your closest circle until
It takes time.
right? To develop. And you mentioned earlier, surround yourself with your own people, your own inner circle. And then that's, I don't know.
It's a tough lesson to learn. We all,
Yeah.
we all learned it, and it's your circle changes, and there's a reason why, and it's, I think that, the journey that you're on is, it's your journey, and there's no one that can tell you how
Anyway,
to do it.
Mike's kicking ass. He can sing like a motherfucker, and he's doing great. So Mike, the lady's gone. I'm good.
All bets are off now.
All bets are
Delaney's asleep.
Nah, Mikey, love you,
We
and
do.
we'll move on. But
It's-
anyway,
Well, what do you
thinking
got?
about
What do you
y'all.
got, Seth?
No, I was just gonna say that the fact that he's watching you guys and watching the podcast is kind of one of the reasons why Dan Snacks and I wanted to get this podcast started, is because you just never know who you're going to run
No.
into on a nightly basis, and very similar. So I wasn't actually going to share this on the air, but I got a message from somebody the other day, completely out of the blue, from Wichita, Kansas, who says, I stumbled upon your podcast the other day. And I said, wow, that's crazy, unbelievable. She says, yeah, she goes, I used to live in the area, and I used to listen to, my mom used to listen to WCKM. And I said, wow, that's fantastic. She goes, I didn't realize that Dan Miner was the same Dan Miner that my mom listened to. She goes, I'm now 25, and my mom just passed away a week ago. I stumbled on your podcast literally the day that we buried my mother.
Oh,
Wow.
That's some heavy shit,
Karma.
dude. That, it's.
all right. So this LA Dodgers fan.
Yeah.
I like a
My
story like
God,
that.
I'm out of here. Where's
Billy,
the bacon?
Billy, question for you.
I gotta wait.
It's Saturday night. You're at a Adirondack Thunder game.
Yep.
It's 5,000 people.
Sure.
What's your favorite part of the night?
I think my favorite part of the night is just being able to, like we talked about before, is knowing that you're not getting attention for yourself. You're getting this special interaction with people that you know it's making a difference in their life. And I know for a fact there are kids that go there for so much of it. They go for the hockey, they go for the food, they go for the family, they go for the fun. But I know there's kids, there's kids who reach out. There's people who reach out and they're saying,
do you have a story where you met a kid or you're on the Jumbotron or a kid said something to you that made you go, wow, I'm so glad I did this? Is there a story?
Yeah, there's a
about
really
that?
good story. So
Let's have it.
It was the end of, it was 2 seasons ago, the end of this, 2 seasons ago before last year. And I'm walking down the aisle and I'm wearing my other version of my locked in sneakers.
I want those.
These are my
so bad.
These are my 2.0s.
Might have to be slip on, but
The OGs. The OGs. I'm wearing my old OG locked in sneakers, and I'm walking down the aisle, and I'm just dapping people up. I'm fist bumping, and I fist bumped this woman, and she's like, "Oh, those sneakers are super cool. What do they say?" I'm like, "Oh, they say locked in." They're like, "Oh, locked in. What does that mean?" And I went into my whole spiel of what locked in means to me. It means being present, in the moment, focused. You're not dwelling on the past. You're not freaking out about the future. You're here embracing whatever you're going through. I also went way, way deeper than that. That's just kind of the premise of what I'm talking about.
she's a stranger for the most part. Right?
I've never seen this woman in my life. Her name is Danielle, by the way. She's fantastic. She's sitting with her son. As soon as I'm done giving this little, not rant, but I'm spilling out what locked in means, they both start crying. And I'm like, oh man, like, what's going on? Are you guys doing all right? And the son, he's probably like a teenager. She is, they're both crying. And she's like, my husband, his father recently passed away like a month or so prior. And they just said that they needed to hear that message in that moment so much more than I could possibly know. I guess whatever I said really touched what they needed to hear because they were really struggling with obviously the loss of her husband, the loss of his father. So I take out all my locked in bracelets. I give them all to the kid and to the mother, and I give them the biggest hug. I sit there. I'm talking about, memories. I'm talking about life. We're just chopping it up. It's amazing. Then we have the next summer goes by, the beginning of next season begins, and I see her at the arena, and I'm like, Danielle, what's going on? I'm saying hi to her son.
Remember her name, which is huge because they don't. Yeah.
She's like, Billy, look what I did. She pulled out her wrist and she got locked in tattooed on her wrist.
How cool is that?
Wow.
And I was like, oh my God, that's the greatest tattoo I've ever seen in my life. And she's like, you have no idea how much that message meant to us. Like, we were just so messed up on the whole situation. We couldn't stop thinking about what happened. We couldn't stop like freaking out about the future without him. But the mantra of being present in the moment, focused, locked in, it just grounded us so much of that kind of became our catchphrase, our saying. And she just always wanted to have that reminder. So instead of just wearing the bracelet, she just wanted to be locked in for life, and she got it tattooed. And
that is amazing.
It's one of the greatest things that I've ever seen. And there's so many amazing stories, but that one always just comes right off the rip because
do we know anyone's got a chupacabra tattoo?
I don't know if I want to see him.
Nah, all kidding aside, Billy, that's a great story.
And the thing is, you keep doing what you're doing.
Thanks,
I mean, I love working with you. We don't get to hang out because I'm upstairs and you're running around the arena because I'm old and slow and broke. So
yeah,
but I do have a complaint.
The best.
But I do have a complaint.
Oh, here we go,
Talk
Sully.
to me.
Dude, down in fucking front. You know the rule. The puck's in play. You come doing your bullshit. Taking over to Section X.
You know.
Come on. You don't know the rules by now?
I'm not a rule
I've
player.
yelled at you. I never yelled at him. We've had conversation.
Right.
I've
been yelled at before.
Conversation.
But what's... Come on.
I didn't realize we had to get talking smack lawyers involved.
We have lawyers.
Hank, you handle all the legal stuff.
Yeah, okay.
At the end of the day,
Obviously, I'm joking.
yeah, but at the end of the day, another thing I live by is my other phrase, like for the kids. It's for the kids. Like there's nothing I wouldn't do for the kids. So sometimes I'm gonna have to get in front of an adult and they're gonna yell at me. But there's a little kid that wants to say what up. There's a little kid that wants to praise it.
I'm a firm believer, and Jeff Mead will shoot me for this, but if you're under 5, You get in free.
I'm down for that. I'm down. I don't know.
I
if
know.
it'll ever
I'm
work
just
out.
saying.
For the
I know
kids.
he won't be happy with that,
For
but
the
if you're under
kids.
5 years old,
They take up a seat, don't they? Do they take up a seat?
I didn't say it was a popular decision.
It goes back to the old phrase a buddy of mine used to say. You like to eat, don't you?
Listen, you know what? I'll tell you. So I went and when I got the season tickets this
Yeah.
year, the first time I got a season ticket hold, okay? I went and got a seat for Hazel. For any one of my grandkids to sit there, they got a kid seat.
Okay.
And they don't charge for Hazel.
Yeah.
Because she's not old enough yet. She gets in for free. So like if one of my grandkids want to go, they go.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, it's
I'm obviously busting chops.
I know
Yes,
you are.
we know who you are.
But I will say this, the show that we put on each and every night, I would put that up against any NHL arena because all you got to do is look at what we did, for what we did the other night during the dance cam.
That
And
was
then-
so electric. You
and-
killed that, Dan.
So I've told this a gazillion times. I've been to Worcester. I've been to Manchester. I've been to Portland. I've been to Florida.
I remember that.
Mr.
Sullivan!
I told that story
Mr.
tonight.
Sullivan!
I told that story tonight. But with all that being said, you by far, and not just you, but the Adirondack Thunder, the office, the staff, you get an NHL experience for the price of an ECHL ticket.
Yeah.
Say that.
And there's nobody, and especially you. There's nobody
Thank
like
you.
you out there.
Thanks, Mike.
Believe me, if that, and Dan will tell you, if I didn't mean it, I would tell you, there's nobody like you out there. You go to these other places, it's just not this. It's just not the same thing.
That's why we call them.
Hey, just so you know, Dan's head shake right now is I'm going to come over this table and punch you.
No.
What are you punching me for?
No, I'm not. So it's like when I go watch other teams and they've got an in-arena host. And my popular phrase is when they're, the person, because I've done Billy's job. I was nowhere near
Well,
as
it's the
good.
same thing with you.
Yeah.
If you go to any other place, nobody just
No, they know that. They know
PA
that.
like you
No.
do.
But the
Not
thing
even,
is,
not even close.
That's
Nobody
why-
in
it's
the
not-
NHL
Nobody
arena.
does PA like Mike Sullivan either.
well, that's okay. So the thing is, when I see these other guys doing or gals doing them in these other arenas and they're not up to snuff. So I look at them and I see the arena host and hostesses. You know what I call them? Timo Billies. They are Timo Billies, and that's exactly what they are. Because when because people that just come to our games, you don't realize how good you got it. And that's one of those things.
But I think our fans are starting to understand how
think
good
so.
we have it, because that's why I think we're packing the place night
Yeah.
after night after night after
They
night.
know what's up, and they know that we genuinely care. Like, we're not just there because we want to
That's a huge
provide
point.
entertainment and we
That's
want
a
to look
huge
good.
point.
Like, I know that it's not about what I say on the mic. It's not about the electricity. Yes, of course it is. Yes. But in the grand scheme of things, they go because I genuinely want to ask about what's going on at school. I want to play rock, paper, scissors. I want to ask about the family. I want to
Well,
get to know
so
what's going down.
Nobody saw this tonight, but before the show went on, there was a fan of yours here, Delaney.
Yep.
And she had the Billy Floyd shirt on. I'm over at the bar having a water.
Staying hydrated.
So
I'll
now
see
we're
you guys
calling-
later.
And I look over, and Billy is literally sitting on the floor.
Yeah.
I don't know what game you were playing.
She was teaching me a dance move or something.
But Billy's literally sitting on the floor. Now, he's here as a guest. He's not getting paid. He's on his time. He does, but the guy gives a shit.
Yeah.
And it's one fan, one little girl, and you made that little girl's night tonight. She had her Billy Floyd shirt on. I mean, it all matters.
It's good stuff, yo. It's like I feel like I'm a kid that never grew up, and my natural instinct is like I want to be around kids and young-minded people that want to play, that want to run around, that want to just like say how they actually feel. And when I'm with kids like Delaney, all she wants to do is dive on the floor, run around, dance, and show me
Just
crazy
wants
moves.
you to pay attention to her. 'Cause
Exactly.
You're Billy goddamn Floyd.
And
that means
I
something.
and I
No,
love
I mean,
I
it's
love
true.
being
You
active,
do her.
and that's
I know.
what we do.
That's that.
No, but he
it's
has
like-
that effect on people, period. I don't
Well,
care.
That's
Billy?
We're lucky to have you.
Yeah,
Thank you,
we are.
guys.
Thanks for
Lucky to
being here
have
tonight.
you.
We'll have you back on again soon, okay?
I'm excited.
Appreciate
I'm really
it.
excited.
Thanks, man. Thanks for being you. Appreciate
Thank
it.
you,
Yeah,
man.
don't
Thanks,
stop
guys.
being you.
No, I agree 5,000%. Snacks, as always, good football insight tonight.
Yeah, well, like I said, I can't wait for the coaching carousel to start here.
Yeah, we'll see.
I thought it was going to happen today or yesterday.
I thought so too. I thought Dable was going to be out. I really did think so.
Who's going to be out?
Dable from
the Giants couch.
It's not his
coach.
fault.
Oh,
It's not
no.
his fault.
I like,
Again,
the,
I
I
don't
like the Giants
love it.
couch better. That was a
The
good
Giants
one.
couch.
The Giants couch.
Tell me about your gianthood. All right. Speaking of that, Seth, great job as well.
Yep,
Thank
great
you.
job.
Excited to.
Seth Cooper's a rock star. That's why I
And
said it
best.
one more
And
time.
Soul Doggy Dog, good seeing you, my brother. Always a lot of fun.
Thanks, fellas.
And thanks for those that hung out and stuck with us tonight. This is Dan Miner saying we'll be back Wednesday night for another edition of Talkin' Smack. Special guest, Gordon Woodward. We'll see you on Wednesday.
By High Society in Hudson Falls, located at 345 Main Street in Hudson Falls. This dispensary offers cannabis enthusiasts a chance to indulge in the brand's premium products, including the highly sought-after Bubble Hash and Frosted Hash Ball. With an emphasis on quality and potency, Silly Nice continues to set standards for cannabis products that elevate the user's experience. For use only for adults 21 and over, keep out of reach of children and pets. In case of accidental ingestion or overconsumption, contact the Poison Center. Consume responsibly. By Allen B. Powers CPA. The Allen B. Powers firm is one of the leading firms in the area. By combining our expertise and experience and the energy of our staff, each client receives close personal and professional attention. Their high standards, service, and specialized staff spelled the difference between outstanding performance and the other firms. We make sure that every client is served by the expertise of the whole firm. Allen B. Powers firm is responsive. Companies who choose the firm rely on competent advice and fast, accurate personnel. They provide total financial services to individuals, large and small businesses, and other agencies too. Their high service quality and raving fan clients are the result of commitment to excellence. Allen B. Powers will answer all of your questions as they impact both your tax and financial situations. The Allen B. Powers Agency welcomes you to contact them anytime. And by Jim's Glass Service, 6th Street in Queensbury. Jim's Glass Service, hey! Thanks for the break. Jim's Glass Service offers the best service for all your commercial and residential glass and window needs. A division of Fish's Majestic Enterprises. Jim's Glass Service is a trusted glass company located in Queensbury, specializing in both commercial and residential glass services. With their team of skilled professionals, they provide top-notch glass installations and repairs, ensuring customer satisfaction and quality craftsmanship. Jim's Glass Service, hey, thanks for the break. Brought to you by Old School Pest Control at oldschoolpestcontrol.com. John Herbley, the owner of Old School Pest Control, has over 20 years of experience in pest control, providing top-level pest control and putting your needs first. Do you have a pest problem? Old School Pest Control can handle any of your pest issues, walking you through the process to help you understand why Old School Pest Control does what they do. Old School Pest Control provides home and commercial pest control services. Whatever your pest problem is, whether it's big or small, Old School Pest Control has the knowledge to get your pest problems taken care of efficiently and in a timely manner. Give John Herbley a call now for your pest control problems at 518-724-6440 or online at oldschoolpest.com. Brought to you by Looney Tunes Entertainment. With over 39 years in the business, Looney Tunes is everywhere and anywhere. 2 DJs at all locations for your wedding day or special occasion needs. You can count on Looney Tunes on being more than just a DJ. He's an entertainer. When you need the best for your event, get the best. Looney Tunes Entertainment. With over 1,100 weddings under Looney Tunes' belt, you're guaranteed for a more memorable experience. Make your event the event that you've always wanted and make it special with Looney Tunes. Give John Gilheiser a call today at 518-232-1303. Entertainers Extraordinaire. It's Looney Tunes Entertainment. Talkin' Smack is brought to you by The Bullpen in Suite 216 on Glen Street in downtown Glens Falls. The Adventure Family Fun Center on Route 9, Lake George. Oscar's Smokehouse on Raymond Lane in Warrensburg. Clean It Out Containers and Junk Removal, South Glens Falls. GA Bove Fuels. Give Mike Sullivan a call at 518-337-6599. The Edward Jones office of Stephen Babson at the corner of Bay and Washington in Glens Falls. By Mullen Construction and Seamless Gutters. High Society, 345 Main Street, Hudson Falls. By Allen B. Powers, CPA, Bay Street, Glens Falls. And by Jim's Glass Service, 6 2nd Street in Queensbury. Old School Pest Control at oldschoolpestcontrol.com. GNS Printing. GNS Printing, 518-232-2465. Looney Tunes Entertainment. Give John a call at 518-232-1303 and make your special event the most memorable it can be.